All right, hello, welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. We're back tonight. We're playing more Where in Danger, and as Joe eloquently said before we went live, yearning takes you to dangerous places. But we won't say where it's been taking my trip because that's not suitable for stream. Let's talk about Kenny Loggins for a second, because you think Kenny Loggins would license out Danger Zone to me to as like a theme song for Where in Danger?
100%.
You can always ask.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that'd be a cool idea. He's been in my head since we were playing our Hardwood Island game last Tuesday, because I kept making references to Over the Top.
Amazing.
And Meet Me Halfway is this big song from that. And so Alex, who's one of the other guys who's playing it, he got the reference. So like we just were like geeking out, we're like on the side talking about it. So yeah. Anyhow, not a great movie, but boy, it's fun to watch. You know that guy, that kid, Jeremy? I was doing some research on while we were playing. You know that kid won like a Razzie Award for it? It just like
I love it.
Yeah.
I just remember that when you turn the hat, it means you're working.
That was exactly the reference.
Nice.
I remember I'm totally paraphrasing the interviews for this movie, but like when they're interviewing all the guys for what it would mean to them if they won. Well, I can't remember which one. It might have been Hawk, who says like, yeah, I just want the truck. that was the whole answer. I just like just the bluntness of it. Anyway, Over the Top, Sylvester Stallone. Not a good movie, but cool soundtrack. Anyhow, ready to go? You good?
It's a fun cultural reference.
Who you're all playing really fast? And completely in no way, shape, or form related to bowl season tonight. So we'll see how it goes. All right, let's do a quick roundtable. Who are you playing? Let's start with Maitra. Who are you playing?
Sylvia Asher, she, her, and her appropriate item is a perfumed handkerchief. Inappropriate item is a salacious letter from an officer on the peninsula. And her expertise is calligraphy. Her highest stat is propriety, because she's very aware of etiquette and those kinds of things.
I like it. Jeremy, who are you playing?
I'm Ashley Hickenbottom of the Estimatable Hickenbottoms. My personal item, I've got expensive and gaudy clothes. I have an inappropriate cat of nine tails on me. My expertise is dancing. I'm athletic. Got decent. What was the opposite of composure in this?
Stoutness.
Yes, I have stoutness.
Opposite of composure. There's stoutness, yearning, and propriety.
Yes, I have stoutness, and then decent propriety, terrible yearning. Too self-interested.
Yeah. You love yourself.
Yep, I love myself very much. Strong believer in self-love.
All right.
So I just stop there.
Okay. Yep. That's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Melissa, who you playing?
Oi. That's all I can remember from the voice that I was doing. I am Beatrice Brown, who is tomboyish in looks and yearning of one. Like that is her goal for the night. So yearning 1, stoutness 2, propriety 3. Her appropriate item, I switched it to a shawl. Her inappropriate item is a flask, and her expertise is baking.
Okay, excellent. Okay, I like how yearning 1. Oi!
It does wonders for some people.
I don't understand why I've not been proposed to yet. Oh.
We did establish she and her group of her and Rose and Violet are all like early 30s, unmarried, and
spinsters.
On
the verge of death.
Yeah. Apparently.
Yeah. Yep, that's how it works. It's like the 18 something or other.
Yeah.
Lived long, healthy lives in your early 30s.
Early onset, natural causes.
Yep. And Joe, who are you playing?
I am playing Buford Charcuterie, a older distinguished gentleman of the charcuterie family. He's got a tailoring kit, a cane sword, and his expertise is butlery. His propriety is his number 1 stat at a 1, and then his yearning is a 2, and his stoutness is a 3 because he's kind of older.
Phenomenal. I feel like your name reminded me of the Key and Peele East West All Star game.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
Hell
Yeah.
yes.
That's what it reminds me of.
Hell
So
yeah.
Buford charcuterie.
I think that was a lot.
Oxford University.
Followed up by
Oh my goodness. So
Donkey too.
Donkey. Sir Buford charcuterie. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's dive in. So you all were invited to a ball, as ball season indicates, over at the estate at Dunswift. It's being hosted by an enigmatic widow by the name of Conchetta McIntyre, who was married to a person, a person in the McIntyre family, Sir Burrell McIntyre, who died of some kind of unspecified illness a while back. They have a young son named Damien. You all, I think it was, I think both Maitre and Joe, the two of you talked to, I think, Conchetta and Damien for a little bit. Little odd kid here and there, but otherwise, Conchetta seemed friendly enough. So you all came here. You all came to this ball. She was like kind of bringing Damien back to like where his father kind of grew up, and this was sort of her trying to get social connections again because she had been away, or well, she has never been here. It was only Burrell who was here, so she's just trying to tie back to the McIntyre clan. So you all were here. You were moving around, dancing here and there. Some of you did some dancing, some of you did some talking. And then things got a little weird at one point as one of Melissa's friends, one of Beatrice's friends, Violet, suddenly had like weird white eyes. And then as both Melissa and Jeremy's characters, so Ashley and Beatrice, were trying to take her outside to get some fresh air, she started talking in some weird tongues, and then there was a fight that kind of broke out. Ashley knocked her down the stairs and broke her neck, and so she ultimately died by neck being broken. Meanwhile, inside the ball, we got to meet a few people. We got to meet Kinley Ritter, who Maitre's character of Sylvia was kind of danced with at some point and made eyes with here and there. We met Hilton Neely, who is known to be new money and kind of a businessman that no one really respects too much, and Dr. Henry Powlett, an older gentleman who knows about the medicines. And you all were dancing, and after like the strange situation with Violet, all of a sudden all the doors closed, the windows closed, everything went dark, all the lights, the lanterns, the candles were snuffed out, and in utter darkness, panic kind of ensued. People pushed forward towards the door, and at one point, Sir Buford Charcuterie stabbed his cane sword through the door, stabbing a poor innocent serving woman who had previously was cleaning up like a broken glass. She died. You raced out. You tried to help her. The doctor started choking. Ultimately, the doctor was saved when like a weird little effigy thing was kind of like excavated from his throat. But then out front, the last thing we saw was a caravan of like different wagons and lanterns and lights as what looks like a contingent of nuns and monks from Woodbury Abbey were suddenly here on the place that is known as Dunswift Estate. And so that's where we basically ended. So Melissa, you went quiet at the end of the last session. So I'm going to start with you. You're out here on the steps. You have the body of your dear friend Violet. Her neck is clearly broken. And you see these wagons coming in with these nuns and monks that you know to be very strict. They're very strict. They brook no abuse of their theology, and they're frequently looking for any signs of impropriety, anything that might suggest devilry or cultism of some kind. And here, this huge contingent that's suddenly pouring into the wagon circle, like the carriage circle, I should say, outside the estate. What is going on with Beatrice right now?
I would say that Beatrice is just aghast at like what's happened to her friend here, and so she's kind of trying to process that, and then she sees sort of what's coming, and so she'll kind of rush over, I would say, in their direction, and just say, "Oi, do you have an invitation for tonight?"
You hear, you don't even get within like maybe 10 steps of the lead wagon before you hear a voice call out from the front seat that is that is driving these horses, and it is a man's voice, but you can't see his face. Instead, you see this cowl, this kind of reddish maroonish cowl covering over, and he seems to have a mask on that covers his nose and his mouth. His eyes are visible, but you hear, "Not one step further, you devilish woman. We shall not have your kind here. Back away now."
What kind do you mean?
And you hear like, what's that? Say it again.
What kind do you mean?
What kind I mean? I mean, step away from here. I will not be sullied by the likes of you. Return inside this sanctuary of evil.
I'm just trying to warn you that there's bad things afoot here.
And you see, like, he suddenly stands, and you see he pulls back on a robe, and there is this big hunking mace that he unhooks, and you see he pulls it out and kind of brandishes it. And I'm here to warn you. If you do not return inside that vile place, I shall deal with you right here.
There's no cause for that. And she'll go running over to the door, and like banging on the door, pulling the door open.
Okay.
Does the
Go
door
inside.
open? Is she able to go inside?
Yeah, the door goes inside because you had missed, but Ashley was able to get through the door just fine. And so as you go inside to this foyer area, remember there was like a grand foyer, portraits on the walls, grandiose staircase going up to the second floor, chandelier, grand piano, or I should say a beautiful pianoforte. And then you can see people have huddled around where there are bodies on the ground. One of whom is an older gentleman with kind of big tufts of white fur for his mutton chops, who has been helped up, and he's like coughing and drinking at this point. That's Dr. Pallet. But the other is the body. Actually, did you remove her, Buford? I can't remember. Or did you just go down?
No,
the hall
I tried to
kitchen?
heal her at first. I tried to stitch her up, and then that didn't work, and then I ran away.
Sylvia's kneeling over her and had
Okay.
asked for Ashley to get the doctor, which is when we saw him choking.
Right. Okay. So you don't see Sir Buford. We'll say Sir Buford had stepped down the hall to check out the kitchen, I think, at one point. But you do see Ashley. You do see Sylvia. You see there's a bit of a commotion and panic. You can see people are looking down at the doctor and checking to make sure he's all right. And you can see there's a handful of folks who are peering over the shoulder of Sylvia, who is kneeling over top of what looks to be a dead woman. What's everyone doing?
She'll close the door and just sort of let out a yell. There's evil men outside with weapons. We must close the door. And she's just sort of standing with her back against the door like she's going to keep these people out.
Okay. What the rest of you doing?
Have I
if
made it
there's,
back, or am I still
sorry,
kind
go
of in the back? Because I ran off to like
We'll say
the kitchen area to try and clean myself up. I don't remember where I ended up.
And you remember notably that you could not find a servant,
Right.
which was very curious, especially for this event. And we'll say maybe you're coming back just in time to hear her shout that out. So now you can be in the foyer with everyone else.
Okay.
And there's definitely like random strangers and stuff like, what is this? Over here. So what about the rest of you though? What's like Sylvia and Ashley doing and such?
Randy, the guy who drove me, my cousin that drove me here, he had been flirting with like Violet or Petunia earlier, right? Whatever the name
with
was.
Rose, I think.
Right.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
flower.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
look for my cousin, Randy. If I can find him, they're like, you should get the wagon ready. I think.
And you do see him, and he's now, you can see, chatting up a different woman. Because the woman that you did see him talking to is like, it's off to the side. She's just kind of standing there right behind Sylvia. No one's really paying attention to her. Her head's just kind of cocked off to the side a bit. Eyes a little bit discolored and certainly out of sorts. But you see Randy is somewhere back amongst the crowd because there is those big double doors that go into the ballroom. And now there's a bit of, again, there's a bit of a log jam here. but you can see him off in the distance. But if you want to like kind of weave your way through,
I
get
might,
to him.
on my way there, just kind of like do the thing where you kind of do like the palm to palm, like little brief spin with Sylvia. Just so you know, that one over there, keep an eye on her. She's looking off, and her friend was off. And bye-bye.
Why are you all still dancing? I said there's evil men outside.
That's why I'm acting normal, so they think we're normal.
And you hear other people, and you hear, I'll say at this point, you probably hear the widow Conchetta. She said, What is the meaning of this? What do you mean there are evil men outside?
There's men outside with weapons that said I was evil and I needed to get inside this house of evil.
She comes over, and you can see Damien is kind of right along, like beside her, like moving in concert. And she pulls back on this large curtain, and she's like, "Oh dear, what is the meaning of this? What is who are these people?" And she looks back, and remember, she's a person who's never lived in this area, so this is her husband's husband's estate that she has moved back into. And she, what in the Lord's name is happening here? What is this?
Marm,
and she looks back.
Block the door.
Yes. Beaumont. And she's like looking around, like she's calling a servant. And again, you don't see any.
Is it like a genuine fear that she's putting out? Am I getting that vibe, or is it more showy?
Would you like to make a propriety test to see if you can read her?
Let's see if I
can believe.
Call. I don't trust
There's nobody sharper than Sir Charcuterie.
Yes.
And what is your standing, by the way?
I think it went up 1. So from the default.
Okay, so you're not up to esteemed yet.
Right.
You have to move twice from where you started. So it actually requires 2 hits from you then, because she is she is esteemed.
Okay. Yeah. That's right. I remember that now. Okay.
You got this.
2 6s, a 2, and a 4. So, and my propriety is a 1. So no felony.
Hey.
Okay. You genuinely think she is frightened and confused right now.
Okay.
Yeah, she very much looks frightened. It's certainly plausible that she doesn't know who these people are, though the Woodbury Abbey's reputation is known far and wide throughout the territory as being very well, they are basically the town and parents of Footloose. They just don't like anybody to enjoy themselves, dance, have fun, that sort of thing. But they're certainly hunters of devilry and occultism and the like across the territory. But there's a particularly active temple not too far from here.
Okay.
So I think Sylvia will go up and having seen these people through the window that Conchetta was looking through, will say to Conchetta, fairly calm. Those are just the clergy from the it must just be mistaken. Should I come with you to just speak with them?
And she's like, if you think that's best, Miss Sylvia, I admit to not having. She leans forward to you. I must admit I have not attended a service in quite some time.
Sylvia, they've got weapons. Weapons.
And at this point, if you're looking out the window, you can see that they are inspecting the body of Violet, who everybody left the broken-necked Violet at the base of the stairs, and they are currently inspecting it. And you can see all of them have torches, and they're setting up this like kind of strange like ring of wagons, and you can see dozens of people are coming out, all of which are wearing these big, heavy like cassocks and cowls and such. Some of which have weapons, some of which have these huge lanterns and things. They make a frightening kind of a frightening look.
So she'll look at Pete. They threatened you?
Yes. What are we waiting for? We've got to move the chairs and block the
What?
door. And so
No.
she's going to look for the nearest something.
There are
To try to-
several
Okay.
men in here that have weapons too, but
No,
They-
no, there aren't. you guys are at a ball.
Okay, he's
I
just
definitely
trying to
don't have a
calm
weapon.
it down. It's
That's-
like,
okay.
I mean, there are several. There are some more weapons just hanging up on the wall, but I mean, why did they threaten you?
They just said it was evil. And Beatrice is going to try to find the nearest chair, and she's just dragging
Okay.
whatever chair or table she can find to like put it in front of the door, and people can talk to her while she's moving things.
Okay. So if anyone wants to assist in barricading, we can call this a task. So we'll just call this a simple task of 1 strain per person. So we'll make this 4 strain. If you truly want to barricade the front door, so anyone who wants to participate, you can divvy that up as you wish.
Quick procedural
then-
question on that. I had
Yeah.
3 strain. Has anything happened that would allow me to clear that, or am
You
I
didn't.
sitting with that?
Oh yes, you guys could have recovered 1. I'm not sure
Okay.
if I think you guys. I'm not sure if you guys did or not.
can't remember
didn't
if we
use it
did.
back.
I know
you
I
mentioned that,
personally
scared
didn't.
Would reduce.
Scared would reduce.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can recover 1
Okay.
strain.
Okay, perfect.
That's
So
fine. Go
I'll
ahead.
recover 1 and then take 1 for doing this.
So the doctor gets up, and the doctor's a relatively well-known figure. But what is this? What's what is the meaning of this? This is this is absolutely absurd. Let me through. Let me through. I'll talk to them. And he just reaches out and grabs like a goblet from someone's hands and just downs it some more. I'll speak with him. And he pushes out the front door, and he starts moving down the stairs, and he's like waving towards them. He's like, yeah, ho there. And one of the figures that had hopped off one of these wagons and carriages, like calls out to him, and then holds up what looks like this large iron cross and says something to him. And then you watch as Dr. Henry Powlett bursts into flames. And he stumbles down the stairs, down to where you see someone is inspecting
So
the
about
body
that barricade.
of Violet.
Yeah, now I am
Hurry,
helping with the
hurry.
barricade.
No, now you believe me. Okay.
Yes, now I believe you, Mel. That's exactly right.
Totally fair. Totally fair. But Beatrice is offended. Pull harder. Pull harder. Quick. Quick.
Okay, so divvy up that strain for the task however you like, and you can say you barricade the room. So it's 1 strain per person will be fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
And standing next to you while this is all happening, looking out the window, is Conchetta the Wood. Oh my goodness! What? Oh goodness gracious! What has happened to that poor man? What? Oh! Don't look, Damien! Do not look! And she like reaches down and like covers his face a bit here and there, and you hear like Damien just say, "What has happened to that poor man? Damien, don't look." How's everyone doing?
I don't understand. They feel this house is evil. We must prevent them from going in. We should block their entrance from any other doors as well.
But
Were,
be careful not
were
to,
they here already
block
when
ourselves
when all the lights and all that turned out?
There were 2 figures you remember, 2 representatives from the local chapel. But as you look around now, amongst what is a very scared group of people at this point, as they've seen a servant woman get stabbed to death, they've heard the sounds of the doctor burning to death. The sound now there's talks about some group that is surrounding them outside, a den of evil, etc. As they are quite panicking. And there are people that are going for like the windows, going for like who are chasing down the halls. Some of them are trying to climb out windows. Like all decorum seems to have just absolutely disappeared at this point. But you no longer see the 2 of those figures.
Hmm.
It's a very large estate, though. You all are in a very specific area. So, what do y'all want to do?
Be the biggest shit possible.
Uh.
So clearly, like, what needs to happen is to escape. So Ashley will make sure to kind of puff his chest out as much as possible and kind of stand defensively just a little bit in front of the young child. My good lady, if they're willing to set your good doctor ablaze, who knows what they'll do to your state? We need to get your boy out of here. We can't let everybody know because you can't trust them when they've gone this way. Do you know of any quiet ways out of here? Something secret that those outside won't know? We need to get your boy out of here.
Why, Damien? Damien is such a good boy.
I know he is, and that's why we can't let those bastards get to him. So, I'll protect the boy. You lead the way.
There's the servants' entrance. Of course, we could perhaps leave from there. Yes, the servants. Yes.
Right.
Yes, there certainly that has to be.
Understood.
Yes. This way, everyone.
And she beckons whoever's still lingering around the foyer. Other people have fled back into the ballroom now, and you can hear people banging on windows and shutters and things like that, trying to leave. And so she just grabs the hand of Damien and starts rushing down the hall, back the way you had gone, Buford, Mr. Charcuterie.
Mm-hmm.
Who's following her?
I think I will.
Okay. All right.
I would say
What
that
about
Beatrice is looking for Rose because she's already lost Violet tonight, and so she's looking for Rose.
She's just lingering. She was standing right behind Sylvia, just looking over Sylvia, but she seems completely far off. Not unlike what you saw from Violet. She's just, her eyes kind of rolled back a bit. She doesn't seem to be herself, but she is standing there. She is able to stand on her own accord. It's just something seems quite off about her.
Rose, come with me. And she just kind of grabs her by the wrist and kind of pulls her off. So she'll be the last of this group kind of following.
Somebody's gonna similarly take Kinley if he's around. If he's not, I'm not gonna look for him.
As you reach and you grab his hand to pull him with, he looks at you oh, and then he comes with. Okay. So you all have rushed down the hall away from where some of the guests have been lingering. There's a few people who are still looking out the window in shock and horror, and others who are arguing that they are good. They are good. They're good folk. There's no reason to fear. They are God-fearing and such. And then others who have just raced to the back of the ballroom and looked for a different way out. But you all are rushing down this hall, past the kitchens. Again, you see no signs of servants. You pass by washrooms. You pass by what looks like some kind of pantry door swung wide open. And eventually, you find what appears to be the exit. Except as you approach it, you realize two things. First, there appear to be boards that have been nailed on the other side of it. You can see through a window in the door. And secondly, it looks as though there has been some kind of scribblings on the door itself on the inside, these various symbols and sigils, dripping. It seems as though it has been done relatively recently. It looks reddish, purplish, perhaps, maybe blood, maybe jam, maybe wine. But that is there. And when Conchetta sees, what is the meaning of this? Well, where have my servants gone? What sort of absolute devilry is this? This is not to be borne. And you can see that she's really beginning to lose a bit of her calm that she has been regally displaying throughout the evening. What's everyone doing?
I want to try and investigate these symbols and see what they might be.
Sure. You move over, and you can tell they're not letters of a language or an alphabet that you probably are familiar with. They're not like English or French or anything like that. They seem to be drawings of various symbols and signs that I'm not sure if Mr. Charcuterie would be horribly familiar with.
I actually
Give
had
me
a similar thought to look at that. I wonder if I might throw in an assist with my expertise of calligraphy.
Of calligraphy?
Maybe
Sure.
you might recognize who wrote
I don't
it.
think yeah, maybe. I'm gonna want 3 hits on this though. So that's gonna be an assist onto Joe. So Charcuterie, you can roll, but you're gonna get an assist from Sylvie.
Okay.
Sylvia, excuse me.
Awesome.
And while that is being rolled, welcome raiders from C+ content. Thanks for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the raid. We're having a ball tonight.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
are.
We're out of
We
ball.
are.
Except things have gone really, really wrong.
Is this-
They tried to love and yearn one another, and the devil has come to Dunswift Estate.
Is this a propriety?
I think propriety makes the most
Okay.
sense in this case. Yes, I think so.
Okay. You said you're assisting me?
Yes.
Yeah, and the reason, by the way, that I'm gonna set the difficulty, because normally I would set the difficulty at 2 hits, but because you are reputable, this is a scandalous obstacle.
Oh.
And so that means it's going to increase the
Ooh.
difficulty one more
Okay.
for you.
So,
So.
I think I got it because I got a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 5. My propriety is a 1.
4, 5, 5.
And with the assist, that makes the 4 a success. So you hit.
Success. Okay.
Hell yes.
So 3 hits, succeeds. Okay. This is, you'll have to explain how you know this, but you know this to be some kind of like binding or warding rune from some ancient kind of text, not Latin, but something that is apocryphal,
Mhm.
we'll say, to the territory. And you're going to explain how Buford Charcuterie knows this. You don't have any extra hits, right? It was just the
No,
3.
it's just the 3 to meet it.
Okay. So because one of the things you could do in the game is when you have extra hits and then you're interacting with an obstacle or a person that's different tier,
Mhm.
like you could spend extra hits to move your tier. But in this case, it wouldn't work. But you recognize it as symbols and sigils from an apocryphal text that seems to be like a binding or warding runes, specifically for demons and devils, meaning it's trying to keep them bound or keep them warded away.
Okay.
That makes sense. And it definitely is blood.
Oh, wonderful. And you said it was like fresh too.
It is fresh.
Okay. I'm just gonna say Mr. Charcuterie is butlered for some very strange people in his days when he was younger, before getting the
Okay.
charcuterie fortune. So maybe when he was a lot younger, butlered for like an eccentric family that messed with just weird stuff like this every so often.
Sure. I mean, collection of occult items and tomes is not necessarily like an uncommon, unheard of thing.
Mhm.
Belief in them and practice of them might be deemed a bit
Right.
more untoward. But yeah, there's eccentricities. You know, this kind of crowd might be something that you would run into from time to time. Okay, fair enough.
Alrighty.
So
Yeah, I'll relay that to everybody
Would you like
else
to?
that I don't know how like certain I'll sound to kind of downplay that a little bit, but I'll be like, it's giving me inklings of some sort of warding thing, and don't get a good vibe about how they sourced the paint. I don't think it's paint.
I'm going to welcome in another raid from Top Down Tabletop. Thanks for joining us.
awesome. Thank you so much. It's wonderful. We're playing a little like kind of Regency era horror game going on right now, and their ball has been interrupted. There are crazed nuns and monks that are going to burn down this estate with them inside of it, and they're looking for a way out. Okay, so you're at this door. It's barred from the outside, and there are these weird symbols, these devil demonic warding here. And Conchetta, who is your host, is panicking a little bit. Damien is calm as calm can be. Kinley, we'll say he's panicking a little bit, but he's trying to look good in front of Sylvia. So what does everyone want to do?
Why are we reading? Would knock the door down. right? Yes. It's just like looking around at everybody.
Sure.
Right. Look, I'm not saying this to be, unpleasant, but if this is here, and the people outside are here for the reasons that our friend Sylvia has said they're here, maybe we shouldn't mess with the writings as they are.
No, it means we should mess them up entirely. We don't want them to be limited. No.
How
They're
close
trying to
is
lock us in.
Damien to this door?
Conchetta was leading the way, so she's up front, and he is constantly on her skirts. So he's right next to his mom.
Okay. Does he seem to have any sort of reaction to being near this door? Like getting the...
No, he is continuing to periodically kind of repeat something his mother says, especially if the mother says something in direction to him.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, it's going to be all right, Damien. It's going to be all right, mother.
All right.
Things like that.
I'm going to ask something that's a bit untoward. So the thing is, those people, they're outside, and they're spouting this sort of stuff that would make sense to match with this writing, right? Except this writing happened on the inside, and they're on the outside. But do you know anybody on the inside who might have agreed with the people on the outside? Is there anybody here who's maybe been a little bit discontent?
What? We've not been here very long at all, but everyone has been very receptive. The grounds have long been empty. They have been serviced by a skeletal crew of servants from the family. They were, as far as I understand it, overjoyed to actually have McIntyres back in the estate itself.
But did you find anything when you came home?
Who heads the crew that would know the people that would know about this? This is a servant's hall, so who's the head of the servants?
Well, Beaumont is, he is butler of the house, of course, and, Zenobia, Godkim. Mrs. Godkim is, she runs the cleaning girls and such. Beaumont could be out by the carriage house, I suppose. Yes, that must be it. He must be out by the carriage house.
There weren't no one out there when I was there. I say, I'm not sure if that was true.
But Beaumont would not leave me in such a state, and nor would Miss Godkim. Something must have happened to them. Yes, something must have happened to them. Well, we are good people, aren't we, Damien? We're good people, Mother.
But maybe they did something while you weren't living here. Maybe they turned this house into something else when you were away and didn't know.
Whatever do you mean, turn this house into what? What is it? Do you think?
The man with the mask out front said that this was a house of evil, and you don't appear to be evil, and perhaps they've been doing something in your absence.
I think somebody in here has been telling tales, and they told those tales to some dangerous men outside. And if this door is marked this way, those dangerous men outside are probably aware of this door, because this door was marked without them, and I don't think we should go out this door.
But if someone's trying to prevent you from doing something, then that's the thing you should do.
Sometimes you bait people.
I'm just going to throw my shoulder into it unless someone tells me that they think that's a real bad idea.
All right, lady, it's your kid, it's your house. If you want us to shoulder through, I'll shoulder through.
Okay. Stoutness test from whoever wants to shoulder through. The two of you can do it together and say one of you assists the other. That's totally fine. Because it's essentially barricaded, I'm going to want 2 hits on this one as well.
Okay.
But the obstacles, or excuse me, the standing won't come into play because you're just physically knocking it down. You're not trying to demonstrate knowledge of the occult.
So I'm definitely doing this. What's your stoutness, Jeremy?
1.
Then I'm helping
that's
you.
That's my thing. The Hickenbottom boys are stout lads.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I don't really have anything good to apply to it.
I'm taking a strain because I'm helping, which means that I'm taking a wound. So this is going to hurt.
Oh, no.
Okay.
She wants out of this door. You are probably totally right, out of character, that this is a bad idea. But Beatrice wants to break down this door and get out.
No, it's okay. It's just part of being a good wingman. You go with your friends' bad ideas. It just happens. Okay. So I have.
You meet her halfway.
Yeah. Fortunately, my stoutness is a 1. So the 2 and 3,
Okay.
they don't do anything bad to me. The 6, the 5, and the 4 are all successes thanks to the assist.
Excellent. Okay. So you're able to. So the two of you smashing into it. At some point when you smash into it, you hurt yourself, Beatrice. But the two of you, and you feel the door maybe just give slightly on the first one, and then it's the second one as the two of you slam into it. It rips off the hinges. You can see the boards go flying. You get some of the blood from the sigils and such kind of on your clothing. But the door flies open off the hinges, and you feel the cool night air wash towards you as you see out behind. It's kind of like a collection area where there's places to like do some cleaning. Like there's like a water pump, and there looks to be like a place where butchering is done. And there's definitely lots of blood over there currently. You hear the sounds of like chickens and various other like farm livestock and such nearby. Can't necessarily see it all. It is very dark back here. It looks like no lanterns or torches are currently out right now. So you're really just going by the light of the moon. Up overhead, it is a little bit overcast, but you're getting some light. And as you two are kind of standing up, and you're feeling better, and you're looking back, and you see Conchetta, you see Damien. Conchetta's like, "Oh, well done. Now come, Damien." And the two of them step through the door. Everything seems fine, and you can see Damien like steps up towards the two of you. Well done. And then you see everyone else starts to pile out. Like Kinley starts to come and everything. Is everyone moving out?
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah, Beatrice is hightailing it out.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone, you stay close. You stay safe.
I'll stay close. I'll stay safe.
Good.
He looks up at you with a big grin. What about you, Sylvia? Do you come rushing out?
I do. I'm sorry, it was me.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
You and Kinley, hand in hand, rushing out. There, darling. You see, everything's going to be just fine. Everything's going to be fine indeed. And then you hear, as you see shambling through the door now is Violet, and she's just like in this constant state of, and she's growing from her back. These large wings begin to, you see her legs begin to bend backwards, and from where her feet and her heels were suddenly grow these large, furry and bloody hooves. And then she spreads these wings wide. I need everyone to go ahead and let's say give me a stoutness test.
Oh boy!
Because this is a horrific sight at seeing as she steps through and out into the open air. This horrific transformation in front of you.
Oh gosh!
Does that smell like something awful? I'm wondering if my perfumed handkerchief. Anyone can play it off.
Jeez.
It's okay.
You cover your mouth with it. I would say no. This is I would say this is kind of a shock thing. Yeah.
My expertise in baking, I'm used to things transforming in front of me.
Okay.
I rolled like shit. So my stoutness is a 2. I rolled a 2, a 2, a 4, and a 6. So,
man.
No.
Okay, a 2, a 4, and a 6.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of
you
lending
take 2
successes on group tests where we're all doing stuff like this?
No, since I'm asking you all to do it, assisting isn't going to come into play here. All of you are rolling it, so you can't really assist one another.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just go through it one at a time. How did Sylvia do?
One success.
Okay, you're in no fumbles or anything to worry about.
Would that be
so you're okay.
all my math done is 1?
Okay, gotcha. How about Ashley? How did Ashley do?
2 success, 1 fumble. So depending off of
Okay, 2 success. You can cancel one out if you like.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, this is just like the immediate shock
Okay.
of this moment, right? What about Beatrice?
So I had two fumbles and one hit.
2 fumbles and 1 hit. Okay, so do you want to? I'm assuming you can succeed, but you're going to be taking 2 strain at the same time.
I'll do that.
Okay. All right. It's just the sudden like shock of seeing your friend transform into this
And she was already
monstrosity of a
raw
creature.
because this is friend number 2 tonight. So she was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Wonder if people should be looking a little bit more closely at Beatrice. And then charcuterie, how did you do?
I got a net of 2 successes. I had 1 fumble, but I got 3 total. So
Nice.
I'm canceling that out.
Okay, excellent. So this transfiguration happens, and then you see like it just like throws Kinley to the side, and Kinley is just like, "See, everything's going to be just fine." Oh my goodness! And then just gets thrown to the side. You see him stumble, and then Rose just begins to like trudges out down into like the area where the prep is, and you see extends their wings and lifts off into the sky. What are you all doing?
Oh my gosh.
Do we want to go back inside? I don't like anywhere at the moment.
Beatrice wants to try to find something. So if we were near the butchering stand, is there something still there that she can throw up at what used to be her friend?
Okay. Do you want to go into confrontation? This is sort of an optional thing. Like she's literally lifting off and flying away. If you want to try to prevent that, we can go into confrontation if you like.
That's what
Okay, let's
Beatrice
do it.
would do.
Oh, I hate
Making all
that
the
you're my
bad
friend.
choices.
I hate that you're my friend so much.
All right.
You're the worst friend ever.
I like it. There's a giant cleaver, or no, we'll say an axe maybe. There's an axe nearby for splitting firewood and such. And you rush over, you grab it, and you want to hurl it up at the thing that's trying to fly away from you.
I do.
Okay.
So clearly that is stoutness. I don't have anything that helps. Like unless I take a quick swig from my flask to throw an axe at my friend turned
Some liquid
winged
you think that's something-
demon.
Yeah, if you think that's something you would do in this situation, you certainly can do it.
Yes, I absolutely think so.
Okay. This is a boss creature, so you're going to need 2 hits to succeed.
Oh, Lord.
It's all misses. I rolled 2 3s and 2 4s,
Okay.
so it's all misses.
So you throw this axe, and like unfortunately the blunt side just kind of smacks it, and it catches its attention, and so it decides to swoop back down at this point, as it was looking to get away, but then you attacked it. And just remember,
Poor Jeremy keeps telling me not to do things, and I'm like, oh, my character.
I want you to
would
know
do
that
it.
I love you. But in just a second, I'm going to pretend that I don't know you. I don't
is
even
gonna
know
be
this
a kid-
asshole.
this is going to be a kill attack against the person with the most wounds.
I have one.
Oh, no.
I have
Okay.
1 as well.
So it's going to be
Oh, no.
so it's going to be the 2 of you.
Oh no.
And you're gonna have to defend with not propriety. What's the first one? Stoutness.
Oh, no.
Stoutness.
Stoutness.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not a stout old man.
So this large thing creature comes down. It's enormous. The wingspan is huge. It's got these legs that have turned from humanoid to some sort of strange demonic backwards legs. I think I'm about to utterly destroy Melissa, as she did not roll well. It looks like from her reaction.
Nope. Sure didn't.
Okay. So what tell us how it went.
Stoutness is a 2. I rolled a 1, a 2, a 2, and a 5.
Oh.
Okay,
So there's just
that sounds like
It's a boss. You need 2
Okay.
to succeed at base.
you need 2.
yeah. There's just
Oh.
yeah.
With a 2, a 1, and 1 success, or 1 hit, I should say.
Mhm.
Okay, you can cancel out 1, but you still fail.
You
So
still
by
take
failing, that's a
2
wound.
wounds.
And you still have 2 extra fumbles, so you take because you had 3 fumbles, right?
I did.
Okay, so like 1 of those you can cancel out, but you failed and you have 2 fumbles. You're taking 3 wounds.
I am.
Oh.
All right, and then what about charcuterie?
So I rolled a 1, a 3, a 6, and a 6. My stoutness is a 3, though. Could I leverage my cane sword? As I'm trying to
Absolutely, yeah,
stab at it.
defense. For sure.
So I'll negate
sure.
one of those fumbles then.
Okay.
So I'll just take one fail. Is that so?
So that's one. You take a wound.
Okay,
you take a wound for this. But you're alive. So this thing swoops down, and you manage to like fend off like one of its attacks with your. You barely get your cane sword up in time to parry it, but it manages to maybe scrape you. You can define where it scrapes you with one of its like one of its claws that have grown from where her arms once were, and then she turns her attention instead to poor old Beatrice. Melissa, you look very pensive. Are you doing some calculations? Are we double checking?
I'm double checking because I forgot that I used an item, but I don't think it matters because I already had a wound. So as long as I'm taking 2, I'm still dead. So like it could be a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 5, but I don't think the math matters. I think I'm still gonna take 2 wounds because even if I take the 5 to succeed, I'm still taking 2 back because of the 1 and the 2. So I think just double checking everything just to make sure. But yeah,
you can always succeed, right? You can always succeed on your way out. Just do something cool on your way out.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yes, for the sake of everyone else. So I'm going to say that she comes swooping at me, and I know because we're longtime friends that she had fallen off a horse at some point, and so she has an injury to her leg. So I'm going to say that as she's sort of coming at Beatrice is like sees sort of the end coming and just kicks her like right in that place that she knows that there's like an injury there, where it'll be like easy to hurt her. What did I ever do to you?
You'll hear Alyssa like, and then she'll take both of her claws and she'll jab them like right into your chest, and then she'll lift up into the air, and her wings are flapping, and you're just like you're impaled with these 2 claws right in your chest, hovering over top of everyone, and all of you looking up just watch as she just rips her apart and asunder. Blood, viscera explodes. Everything rains down. All of you are kind of getting hit by blood, and then just throws the remains of poor Beatrice off to the side. And Melissa, you can work on any a backup character if you like. There's plenty of other people that are panicked inside of the house right now that could come running. Who would like to go next?
All right, well, fuck all of this, but that's my fucking friend, you piece of shit! And I've got the cat of nine tails, and it's got wings, and I feel like wrapping that cat of nine tails up through the membrane of the wings would be a great thing to do.
I will assist.
Bring you down to earth, you piece of shit!
Okay. So you get the cat of nine tails. So how are you assisting? You think you're distracting it, getting its attention, so like you can come behind and throw the.
It already got a taste.
It's already got the sword cane out.
I'm gonna taunt it some.
All right.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead and make the roll. Mark your strain. Charcuterie.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, Joe! You are the king of assists. All right. I've got the 2, which won't hurt me because my stoutness is a 1. But then I have a 3, which I would love to turn into a 4.
Excellent.
Right? And then I've got a 4.
Yeah.
And another 4. And a 5.
So it's 4 hits, I think.
Yeah, Joe.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
God damn. I mean, although Jeff did get a 5 success assist the other night.
I did pretty good the other night.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Joe, I don't know what it is about you, but you are magical at assisting.
Yeah, seriously.
It's
just the glue that
far.
keeps the group together. Yeah. Okay. So that is 4 hits. 2 of them will go towards obviously succeeding on this test, which will advance the threshold by default. But then you have those 2 extra hits, which in this case I don't see anything else to do with them, but continue to advance that threshold. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's just trying to wreck its wing as much as possible, so it's gonna have a hard time moving around.
You get the cat of nine tails like wrapped around the wing. You yank down, and it comes back down to the ground. Now you can see still blood and viscera kind of covering it from where it had just killed Beatrice, and it's going to go retaliate now that you've brought it down to the ground. So it would be wrong of me not to have it do something.
Oh no.
This is going to be a harass attack. It's going to be against the person with the most strain, or the people with the most strain.
I've got one.
It's going to be somehow. It's going to be yearning. Okay.
I just have the one.
Yeah, I think we all
How
have
about you?
one. Or wait, did Joe?
Yeah?
Did you have two? Not to be a piece of
No, I
shit.
just took one because I took a wound. So
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
get
that's
scrape.
all of us.
yeah.
That's all of you. So I think as it lands, it's going to let out this blood-curdling howl. It's just like, and it just starts to seep and get into your brains. You feel as though like your entire sense of identity of who you are like just begins to fade from you. It's like it's overwhelming like your mind and your memory, and so that's how I'm justifying a yearning defense here, as you try to just keep yourself centered on who you are and what matters to you, right? Like as this thing is screeching horrifically.
I did
Okay,
good.
I'll go backwards. Charcuterie, you're good.
Yep. 4, 5, 6, 6. So
Okay, 5 and a 6. Wait, you have 3 hits?
yes.
Don't forget, if you wanted to, you can use that extra one to advance the threshold.
Yep. I'll do that.
Okay, what do you think you do as like it's screaming now and trying to disorient? Everyone's screaming. You can hear not just yourselves, but the NPCs,
Mm-hmm.
Kinley from the ground. You can see Conchetta. Even Damien has his hands covered with his ears, and he's just kind of like ah!
I want to take Melissa's shoe and just chuck it. And like
right at its mouth.
pelt it in the
Just
head.
kind of catches it right in the mouth and interrupts the scream.
She's
I
not
love it.
using it.
The foot's still inside.
Yeah, I figured that.
Tomahawk it.
Sorry. Ashley, how did you do?
I've got a 5 and a 2 and a 4. So 2 succeed, 1 fumble. So I don't know if I need 2
Okay,
to
so
succeed or if I need.
You used an item? Did you
No,
use an item?
I don't know. I can
Oh.
really justify using an item here.
So you had 2 5s, a 4, and a 2? Did I hear that right?
So the 2 5s would succeed, and then the 4 is
Yes,
a nothing,
that's
and the
correct.
2 is a fumble. So
Okay,
2
so you're going to
success,
take
1
one
fumble.
point of strain.
Yeah.
1 point of strain, but you're able to like get your consciousness back. You're able to come back to it. What do you think it is that brings old Ashley back to the present?
I mean, I think it's both. Like the thing that both brings him down and brings him back is Beatrice is dead.
Okay, just the reality of it as we hear the sounds of the thump of the shoe and the foot being thrown, it drops down to the ground. You can just see her poor remains. And then we'll go to Sylvia. How did Sylvia do?
2 successes and 1 fumble.
All right, you also take a strain as well. Some memory or some sense of self keeps you focused. Cover your ears until the screaming stops, and all of you are. You look up and you see this creature is still amongst you, angry, covered in blood, but nonetheless wounded here and there. You can see tears in its wing. You can see some of its fangs have been damaged by the throw of the shoe and of the foot. And I think who would like to go? I think we've had Beatrice went, and I think Ashley went. Buford
Yeah.
only assisted, right? So Buford or Sylvia can go.
Yeah. I assisted. I will try and find a way to leverage propriety. So I am very hurt. So we're outside at this point? Like we came out, there's like a tunnel that
Yeah.
kind of like dumped us outside.
You came outside the door,
Mhm.
and you're now in this like little area, like prep area, where you can see they butcher some of the animals before bringing them into the kitchen, where they cut firewood and stuff. It's like this little work area for servants,
Okay.
and that's where you're currently.
I want to try and get it like if it's like the butchering area. I picture are there like chains and like hooks and things. I want to
Yeah,
try and like
sure.
taunt
Of
it
course.
to charge me into those and try and get it caught and all that.
Okay. So as you shout at it and taunt, you did just throw the shoe at it, so it turns its head to your direction, and you just feel like it kind of rips its wing free of the cat o' nine tails and just lunges itself at you.
All right.
I'd like
Go
to
ahead and roll your
assist
check.
by leaping at it from behind.
Sure.
After like
Okay.
the realization that Beatrice is really gone, just leaping on it, trying to shove it into those same things.
Okay, so you just try to force it forward, take your point of strain for that, as like there's spikes and things coming out of its back, and like maybe you scrape here and there, not realizing just how tough and bony the back is of this creature.
And I'm gonna say I'm leveraging my cane sword still because we're fighting.
Okay, that's fine.
So, and with an assist, so I got 2 1s, but then a 3, which I could bump to a 4, and then a 5 and a 5. So 3
Nice.
hits, 2 fumbles.
Okay. Do you want to cancel off one of those fumbles with the extra hit?
I think I have to because I'm pretty hurt.
Okay,
So I'll do that and just say I succeed for 1.
absolutely. Okay. So then it's going to retaliate as it gets thrust into like these chains, kind of getting caught around it. You can see like a hook where they would like kind of hang meat, kind of gets caught inside one of its arms. You can see it just rips some of the bicep from the bone, and it's thrashing around. But as it thrashes, it's making it worse for itself. But it's going to go again. It's retaliation. Okay, this is going to be another harass attack. This is going against people with the most strain again. And this is going to be against propriety this time.
I've got
Yeah,
2.
so like,
Yeah, I have 2 as well.
I've got 3.
all right,
Ugh.
it's gonna essentially turn around, and as it's whipping around, some of the chains are gonna wrench free from like the wall that they were pinned to, and they fling around in your direction there, Jeremy. So quick thinking, essentially. Propriety is the equivalent of like an intelligence check, so it's like quick thinking to like duck out of the way or move. So that's what we're after.
Well, yeah, so there's kind of like a circular motion that goes with seeing the change in that. There's a lot of circular motion in dancing too. So I'd like to use that kind of instinctive dance that he
I think
has
so.
to try and twirly-whirly his way out of it.
Yeah, I think that makes propriety make even more sense because you have trained to properly maneuver and dance. So yes.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
My propriety's 2. Okay.
Okay. You got this. That's not so bad. Could be worse.
Hell yeah, I do. 5, 5, 6, 3. My propriety's
Hell
a 2.
yes.
No downside. 3
Okay.
successes.
Nice.
Hey.
All right. And we can add the extra one, the extra hit towards
I
advancing
do.
the
I did the whole
threshold.
thing where like I
What do
spin
you
out of the
think you do?
way and then I spin her back into another hook. Dance fighting.
Oh, so it spins and it kind of turns around, and then suddenly a hook goes like right up into its jaw, and it wrenches it off. And now there's this like hook up and under this elongated jaw. It doesn't really even look like her as much anymore. You just see this strange demonic face now. Okay, so the last I think we have is Sylvia attack.
I'm trying to get the door because I see these guys have her like engaged. So I'm trying to get the door so I can get me and Conchetta and the kid and everyone out.
You just want to escape. So the doors was blown off the hinges when they lowered their
okay,
shoulders
cool.
into it. They knocked off the hinges.
Okay.
You can run back inside. You could try to gather people and run back inside. That's certainly something you could do.
Yeah.
Or you could pick up the door and like kind of hold it towards it or whatever it might be.
Oh, I
do things like that.
thought the door was like completely splintered. If there's any piece of door left, then like I'd like to try and use whatever part of it to hug at this thing.
Okay. So we see a chunk of the door. Maybe it's split in half, but you grab the half that still has those sigils and such that charcuterie said were some kind of demonic ward, and you hold it up and you just kind of advance forward with this
Amazing.
thing.
I have no
do we
propriety.
think?
I mean, no stoutness. This is
Propriety.
going to go really well.
I think since you're trying to use the runes in like a warding fashion, like I think propriety makes more
Oh,
sense than
sweet.
stoutness. It's yeah.
That's my
That'd be-
highest. So that's great.
okay.
Okay, so while you're rolling that, I'm going to jump in and say, welcome, Raiders from Diesel Shot. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, what's up, Diesel Shot? What's going on?
It's,
It's Lee in the chat. Awesome. Thanks for the raid.
3 successes, no fumbles.
Hey.
Okay, you guys are whittling and whittling and whittling away. So with 3 successes, you got the 3 hits, I should say. The you succeed, so you get your advance the threshold, and you get your extra one from the extra hit. Yeah, this thing is not looking great. It is quite certainly damaged, but it is still thrashing around. And even though like you've put spikes and such and chains into it, that is now kind of being turned in some cases into almost like a weapon itself, as chains are flipping around. The wing is now flipping around. It's still screaming here and there, and it's going to retaliate. This is going to be a kill attack. This is going to target the person who acted most recently. It's going to target Sylvia. And this is going to be stoutness, as it's just going to lunge forward like it's trying to smash the door from your hands. And you can see, for those of you who look closely, as it lunges forward, like its skin begins to burn, as if like brimstone has started to just suddenly alight. And despite that pain, it's trying to just knock that the part of the door off of you. So stoutness from old Sylvia here.
This is where Jeremy tells Melissa that he was right and we should have left the stuff on the door and shouldn't have broken it.
I think Beatrice learned her lesson.
Yeah. Did she live long enough to learn the lesson is the question.
I saw regret in her eyes.
That's very true.
I mean, there's one eye over there and one eye over there. You could probably go see what they're in there.
Regret one of them.
All right, Sylvia, how'd we do?
Not super good. 1,
Uh-oh.
3, 4, and 5.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
1, 3, 4, and 5. Do you have an item or anything that could come into play, you think?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, what are your items? See if we can justify
my
something.
salacious letter, and calligraphy is my expertise.
Yeah, calligraphy and the salacious letter probably won't come into play.
Maybe the handkerchief.
We could set... You throw it in its face and confuse
to
it or
like
something?
kind of
Just-
blind it, or like hold it against this like as a barricade.
Well, and
like,
we've said it's highly perfumed, and I mean, what way
Yeah.
to throw someone off than throw a crap ton of perfume in
Than
their
throwing
face?
a high perfume. I'll take it. So that's going to
a
boost your 4 to a
plus.
5.
Okay, sweet.
So that's 2 hits then.
2
and
hits and
what
one
is your
fumble
stoutness?
and 1 3.
Okay, so the 3 is nothing.
Yeah.
So your stoutness is what? A 2? What do you got?
Stoutness was 3.
Your stoutness is a 3,
Yeah.
so that 3 does matter then.
Yeah.
Because that means you have 2 fumbles. That means you're gonna so that you can fail here. Like this is actually one of those situations where it might be better to fail, because you have 2 hits, 2 fumbles. You can go ahead and cancel those fumbles, fail, and take 1 wound, as opposed to succeeding and taking 2 wounds.
Yeah, let me
It's kind of
do
up to you
that
here.
then.
Okay, so you hold this up to protect yourself, trying as best you can, but then the arm comes through and utterly shatters through the remaining of the door, despite the burns that now happen. This thing, shards go in every direction, including like splinters coming and starting to pepper you here and there, and you get little flakes and pieces of wood and maybe a scrape from the claw of this thing as it comes through. And then as you kind of stumble back, and we see this creature in the midst of this prep area, covered in hooks and chains, things sticking out of it, people freaking out, panicking. Damien off to the side, and Conchetta kind of grabbing him and trying to pull him away. You can see Kinley Ritter is crawling over towards where maybe Sylvia's come to the ground. Sylvia! Oh no! Kind of moving off in the direction. We hear the sound of a voice and the sound of huffing and puffing, and running out of the kitchen door. Who do we see, Melissa? Who is it that's rushing in at this moment?
You see this very prim and proper, like early 20s, kind of like the blonde, kind of baloney curls, like dressed very well. Looks like she's got no athletic whatsoever, but she's just quickly walking, and she has her item as a fan that she's just like, oh my word, what on earth is going on?
And you see blood everywhere. You see pieces of people. You see pieces of door. You see this massive monstrosity of a creature that is wailing away as 3 people, Charcuterie and Ashley and Sylvia, are like all swinging away at this thing. You can see your hostess, Conchetta, is trying to drag a screaming child away from the scene. You can see Kinley trying to go over to help Sylvia, who just got knocked down, and now the creature is like standing over top of her, ready to come down with this like killing shot. Who are you? What's your name?
I am Mrs. Charlotte Harrison. So she is a young widow, unfortunately, and so she was married, and
Black Widow.
Unfortunately, he passed away, and so she has stoutness 3, yearning 1, propriety 2.
Well, you see this field. Is there anything you want to do in this moment?
Okay, so goodness. So her appropriate item is a fan. Her expertise is equestrian, and so what I'm imagining is that like
ride this thing.
She like should have ridden in a carriage on the way here, but she actually like rode her horse here. So what I'd like to say is you see her kind of like reaching up under like the bustle of the skirt, and she actually has like the whip that she used in like riding the horse, and that's what she sort of had. That's her inappropriate item that she has. And so she just sort of like comes out and just sees that there's this awful situation. Oh my. And so you see her kind of like reaching under, kind of tucks the fan in and kind of grabs out, like, and I'm blanking on what the word is. I'm saying it's whip, but it's actually something else that is used. But she's just going to like,
it could be a whip.
Jump and see what she can do to kind of just like hit this thing.
You're just going to throw yourself into the fray. Okay,
yes.
Got it. Okay. Put together a pool for us here. Horse girl.
So
it's not a whip.
It's so +1 for item. And if you can say that her equestrian expertise makes her light on her feet.
I would say if you were riding this thing, equestrian expertise would come into play.
Yeah. I mean,
think otherwise.
Maybe we'll get there, but step 1.
All right.
Oh, man. Okay. So stoutness.
Okay.
I'm going to say makes sense. Stoutness is a 3.
I think so.
I rolled a 2, a 4, a 4, and a 5. So I would like to succeed.
Okay. Yeah. So you've got your item that'll bump one of the 4s to a 5. So your 2 5s are both hits. That succeeds. Your 2 means some strain's going to come your way coming back, but that's not so bad. As you come up with the riding crop, I believe.
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Thank you.
You start smacking away at this thing as it's standing over top of Sylvia Asher. You might know her by reputation. Kinley is like crawling over to try to help her, but he himself seems to have been injured. And right as it's about to come down and do the final killing blow into Sylvia, you reach out and smack it with the riding crop, and you see this long laceration come on the arm that it was about to attack with, but it prevents that attack, but not a retaliation. That is still not. You guys are close. You guys are very close, but not close enough. It is a boss. All right, this is going to be a harass attack. This is going to target the person who acted most recently. So good old Charlotte. You're going to get some. And it is also going to be stoutness again, as it's going to turn back around to you at this point, and it's going to try with like its one good wing to just whack you with it and to see if it can just blow and knock you back into the wall of the house. So give me a stoutness to try to either endure that hit or maybe dodge out of the way or something like that.
So would you say if it is sort of swiping this wing in my direction, that would I be able to use that opportunity to try to swing myself up on said wing?
You want to grab it and ride the wing?
I
Is
do.
that what you're saying?
I do. That is what I would like to do.
Yes, you can use equestrian. Yes, absolutely.
So that means that I get a... I still have the riding crop for my item and then the expertise. Okay. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, I rolled a 1, a 4, a 5, and a 6.
Okay.
I'm going to leave the 1 alone because my stoutness is a 3, so that's not going to do anything. But I will make the 4 into a 5, and then I have an additional success for my expertise, which gives me 4 successes.
4. Okay. 4 means that in this case, you're going to hit the threshold. So I would like you, Charlotte Harrison, Miss Charlotte Harrison, the young widow, copycat of Conchetta. What would you say you do to defeat this creature? Like, what do you think is the last thing you do? What I'm going to say is that it's going to fly away. You're not going to kill it, but you're going to do enough damage to it to essentially, like, cast it into the night.
So you're just going to see with just all the grace in the world that she had kind of gotten this riding crop out and kind of swung at it and was like, oh, so sometimes you just have to break them and then everything will be just fine. And she's very breathy, and you just see her just kind of do as you would, where you just kind of take a couple quick steps and just sort of like swing the leg up and over. And that's just kind of what you see her do. She kind of like grabs the wing and just sort of like launches herself up and over. So that she's kind of like on it and can kind of do kind of that final swing. And then I imagine she just like tumbles off the other side because like she does the hit and then it kind of flies away.
You kind of wrench the other wing off and like you hear it tear and a scream, and all of you watch as this thing suddenly like kind of shimmers and shakes, and you see like erupting out of it from like its mouth, from its eyes, its ears, from various cuts that you see. You can see some kind of like dark, like almost smoky like substance. This vapor just with little chunks of like brimstone flickering in it, and it just expels out into the night air, and then the body of this creature goes flopping to the ground. But you see, wafting up into the sky, kind of mixing into the night, this vapor just dissipates somehow. But the body of this thing remains somehow like ashen. It kind of looks like a cigarette butt almost as it falls and becomes a little bit paler and paler and paler.
And you just see Charlotte just sort of like looks around very quickly, sort of like puts the I imagine she has sort of like, you know, kind of one of those things kind of around the leg where she kind of puts the riding crop back and kind of takes the fan back out again and just sort of smooths her skirts a bit and just, oh my, what has been going on outside?
Mrs. Harris, we're so lucky that you showed up.
But it does not appear as such. And she's just looking at this like 2 pieces of a body and blood and all of that. What? This was the social event of the season. What has happened?
I don't know where that came from, and I don't know where all the priest people came from, but everything's trying to kill us, it seems. So we're trying to leave.
Maybe it was, just some bad mustard or something. We should probably just keep moving.
It's what Beatrice would have wanted. Let's go.
Oh, is that?
You hear Kinley? It's like,
Miss Sylvia, are you all right? That was so extraordinarily brave. Oh my, you're such an extraordinary person. Oh goodness!
Right. And he stands up and like dusts himself off,
and it's not going very well.
Right,
and tries to help you up from the ground at this point.
We need to run and run as hard as we can. Little man, I know you're the Lord here, and I believe in all your stoutness, but jump on my back and let me run for you, okay?
Before we go, Jeff, did the warding sigil thing on the door do anything extra with the demon? Like anything visible?
Oh, it burned. Yeah, it was burning its skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we go, can I make an effort to try and copy that symbol?
So as part of your action, we splintered the wood. Remember, you failed your defense, and it kind of splintered everything. So I would say like you would have to be doing it from pure memory, which I would probably put at like a 3.
I could assist.
I'd like to make the attempt.
Yeah, that's fine.
I tried to study it, so I'll assist.
Okay. So 3 hits are going to be required because, again, this is normally would be a 2 difficulty, but because this is a very scandalous thing to do, it's increasing it because of the difference in.
Do we heal from this encounter?
That is true. Good point. That is a boss, so you would have recovered 2 strain.
Ooh.
As long as you hadn't taken a wound on that line, you can recover 2 strain.
That was so close.
You also smell smoke and fire, and you hear the sounds of screaming. You would know, Charlotte, that they have started to put the torch to the eastern wings of the house.
Oh, and
So maybe Beatrice wasn't all wrong about getting out. No.
she was. I would say that Charlotte would sort of like smooth her skirts and sort of go over to this gentleman. I don't believe we've been properly introduced, sir. And she's going over to Buford.
Yes, Buford Charcuterie. I don't have much time for introductions at the moment because we're about to die, but glad you came to our rescue.
Well, then I'm glad you were here as well. Were you here alone?
Well, yes, but yes.
Oh my! You know, I do believe that they were setting fire to the drapes and whatnot, so we should probably go. But she'll put her arm out, like expecting a little assistance from.
Yeah, I'll take her up on that.
You take her arm to help escort her away from the estate. How did Sylvia do?
I
on
got
her,
3
on her roll?
successes and 2 stumbles. 2 fumbles, pardon me.
Okay. 3 hits, 2 fumbles. So you can succeed then, if you would like, on having like reproduced this item of some kind. We'll say you scrawl it in like a maybe you grab a knife and you carve it into one of these splinters of wood or something like that. But I'll tell you, what comes back to you is you take 2 strain. As you start carving into the thing, you hear like a voice in your mind, and you're like, that won't stop me. And that maybe gives you this strange sense. You look around and it doesn't look like anyone's even paying attention to you.
She's gonna say,
No, they can't hear
anyone
me.
else hear that?
Hear what?
Anyone else hear that?
Does anyone else hear it, or just her?
No, just her.
I hear people screaming from being burnt alive outside.
Yeah, I must just be hearing things. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's go.
I was hearing the voice of this stout young man that's going to take us all to safety.
Oh.
Isn't Charcuterie old?
I am.
He's an old man, right?
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
It's good.
Flattery
So good.
of all sorts, and I forgot that he was older.
Yeah, he's like,
All the better.
So-
I
a
do
little
know
bit
that Mrs. Charcuterie is just somewhere, like, hooking up with the carriage.
Right? With the younger driver that she's totally fine hanging out with.
yeah.
My salvation letter cannot hold a candle to Joe.
It's a very open relationship and we don't judge.
It is.
Okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
He
it.
just turns.
Enough's been
How
going
do you
on
feel about
that he didn't
open
feel like he explained it himself.
All right, so you're at the back of this estate. You're at the rear of the estate. You know that towards the front of the estate there is this huge conglomeration, or this huge grouping of these monks and nuns who are setting fire to this place of evil and sin and devilry, which now apparently they were at least partially correct. Charlotte having run and seen what was happening on the eastern side, that there is in fact that happening. Like they are beginning to set the torch to parts of this place. You look out the expanse of night and you see like this long and empty and endless field into a series of forests and such. You know that the carriage house is on the other side. You would actually be exposing yourself potentially to discovery if you were to go around to try to get to the carriage house. What do you all want to do?
I know how to ride. If we find horses, we can get our way out of here.
If Randy did get things set up, is that carriage house where he would have stuff set up?
It's where he would have gone. Whether or not he made
Right.
it there successfully, you probably wouldn't know. Yeah.
All right, look, I told my cousin Randy to set up the carriage right there, and that was a while back, and things have gone crazy. But he is a stout lad. The Hickenbottoms are stout lads. It's what we are.
You think he would have left without you if you made it?
I told him to get it ready because I saw shit going bad.
Let's
Well,
go
then
then
that's-
hopefully.
Then we go to the
That's
carriage
fine.
house.
I think that's the play.
Okay. So you, the four of you, Kinley, Conchetta, and Damien, you begin to move around the western side of the house, kind of coming around to the other side of the estate. And you continue to smell smoke on the wind. And when you move through some of these like hedges and such, and little trees with maybe like a swing and such, you peek around into that large circular kind of drop-off area. And on the far side of it is the carriage house. And in the middle of the circle, you can see all of the various wagons and carriages that were driven here by the nuns and monks. And there are dozens of those people here and there. You can see that they have kind of surrounded the exterior. They are kind of arrayed in such a fashion as to kind of cover almost the entirety of the estate from west wing to east wing. So much so that very close to you all, as you peer around the corner, you can see that there is one of those cowled-looking monks and nuns. They have kind of torches that they're holding. A few of them you can see glittering in the reflection, like a mace or a weapon hanging from their belts. All of them just kind of waiting and watching and like observing various windows and exits. And then on the far side, there's the carriage house, currently undamaged, not on fire. But there's this army of nuns and monks in the way. What do you guys want to do?
I would propose that after we have obtained the horses, I at least for one can try to ride through some of these awful people and see if we can mitigate some of the damage that they're trying to do.
So that's a plan.
Can't just leave everyone inside to die.
I support your
Right.
bravery.
Are there any like carriages or anything outside that maybe are not manned or something, or like animals or anything?
It definitely, yeah, there are these carriages and such that were driven
Mhm.
by the nuns and monks of Woodbury Abbey. However, while there's no one sitting currently inside them that you can tell, they're all standing relatively close to them. It's certainly possible to steal one out from under their noses, but either way, like whether you're going and trying to steal one of theirs or trying to sneak over to the carriage house, either way, it's dangerous. You might draw their attention.
I'm trying to think
Not
of anything
impossible,
I
just
can
dangerous
do,
in other
like,
cases.
I don't know. Are any of them like on a slope or something that I could cause some sort of? I'm looking for something to cause a distraction to.
I would say no to a slope just because it's specifically designed for a drop off
Sure.
for carriages, and I don't think that would make sense.
Yeah.
So I would say no to a slope. There are some trees and such maybe that are kind of dotting around the circle, and some hedges and some statuary. Excuse me.
Mhm.
So it's a very nice lane, nice open area. There's a blooming orange and red light, so it's very visible. But there are also some very dark shadows the further you get away from the burning of this estate.
Okay.
So, some options.
I'm gonna suggest we steal the carriage closest to us, which is probably one of the Abbey carriages, to get the fuck out. And Sylvia's suggestion to the group.
I think that's a good plan.
Okay. So we're gonna go into the finale, guys.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the finale, and remember that with the way this game plays, it's not always like a confrontation is not always like direct. Stand and bang and stuff like that and hit and stab. Some of it's a little bit more fluid. So in this case, like you're trying to sneak under the noses of these people, and you might draw their attention, you might not, and you're trying to find your way and maybe find Randy. Your wife, by the way, is over in the frickin' carriage house, as we just mentioned.
That's true.
And so there's all these things to consider. So who would like to go first as we continue here?
I would say Charlotte wants to get to the carriage house because she has a horse.
Okay.
And so she's not going to trust these other horses. She wants her horse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me, so what do you want to do to try to sneak your way over there or rush your way over there? Like, how do you want to do this? Describe it, and then we're going to make a check.
Yeah, she is going, well, what I would say is she is going as quickly as possible in that direction, but I would also say what she wants to try to do, and I'd like to kind of pull on her expertise of equestrian, is that she, as she's running toward the carriage house, she is like whistling and calling for her horse. So I would like to say that she...
Okay.
That's
what she's whistling
doing.
and calling for the horse will also be heard by people in addition to horses. So just so that will not be a stealthy thing that you're doing.
Can I assist? And I want to say I grab like some chains from the, like just as noisy of stuff as I can get from the butchering area. Okay. I just want to try and throw them as far as I can, like off to the side, just in opposite direction, and cause a racket.
Okay. So as Charlotte is racing over towards the carriage house, whistling and calling the name of your horse in the process, we're going to have Charcuterie is trying to kind of smother some of that noise by making sounds with chains. And then are you throwing like the chains off into the darkness in a way, or? Yeah,
try like as opposite relative to the people that would hear, like on the other side, to try and get them to be more interested in that. Let's see what that is.
Okay, got it. All right, so you got your assist. Mm-hmm. Take your strain for that charcuterie, and then Melissa, as Charlotte, what do you think you're using here? What do you think you're rolling?
That is a very good question. I would prefer it not to be stoutness, but I'm not sure if it's propriety in like all the equestrian lessons that I took, that I've got a good relationship with my horse, and that's what that is.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Like you're not riding the horse. You're trying to sneak past a very bright and well guarded area. So I'm not sure if that's going to come to play. I do think stoutness.
Yeah.
Unless you can.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a 3.
Okay, so I figured. Go for it.
Oh man. Okay.
2 hits required.
Okay, so I've got a 1, 2, 3, 5, 5. So I'll take the 2 5s for successes, but that means taking 3 strain back.
Okay, so you start moving in that direction, but you're also moving. It's dark. You're weaving between some of these trees, and you're kind of trying to stay out of the bright light. You're calling and whistling here and there. And then obviously Charcuterie throws the change as like one of the monks turns out like, huh? What was it? I thought I heard something. And he starts moving in the direction of where Charlotte is, but then the chains start to rattle in a different direction. He's and he starts moving off towards those chains, which allows you then, Charlotte, to race there. But as you're racing, like your leg hits like a hole, perhaps like your foot steps into like a hole as it's so dark, or you trip over a root. You just hear this as like your ankle twists as you race. It's not a wound, obviously, but it's 3. It is 3.
Yeah, 3 strain at once.
3 strain.
Yep.
Okay, which is nearly a wound.
Yep.
And you make it to the carriage house. And when you make it to the carriage house, you realize that the front like barn doors have been chained. You can see that they have been chained shut, and you kind of listen in, and it's very quiet on the inside. You don't hear anything necessarily. This place doesn't seem on fire. It doesn't seem to be actively guarded, but either someone from the family or these nuns and monks has chained the doors to this place. But you've made it across. You're still hidden. It's just like this little obstacle here. I'm going to, at this point, roll a little bit of a retaliation to see what happens. All right. Oh my goodness, this is targeting you. This is going to be a scare test against Charlotte. Okay. And you need to use your yearning, your love of your horse.
Yes.
As you're listening in, and at first it's nothing but quiet. But then as if right as you press your ear against the wood of the doors, you hear the sounds of your horse, or maybe any other horse that might be inside, just whinnying and like almost in pain and in terror. And it sounds not unlike the sounds when you were fighting that demonic creature in the back of the estate. And this is what you hear coming from the inside. So give me a yearning test to try to kind of keep yourself comported in the face of this.
Okay. And my horse's name is Diamond, by the way, because she's got a little, like, the white patch on her nose in the shape of a diamond.
Not anymore, she doesn't.
Oh. I don't think I have anything here.
You put a horse in a game. What's wrong?
I did.
I was gonna say this is just a long wait for Jeff to kill another horse. Like,
I know.
that's
If you want-
just a long game.
If you want a pet animal, make it a dog, make it a bear. One of those are good. But a horse, come on, you should know better. Or a donkey, mule.
So, can I use either my equestrian expertise or my whip as in this, my riding crop?
Sure. We can say like your riding crop to try to like maybe like your panic trying to like rip it open. Again, I don't really think like I think equestrian comes into play when you're trying to ride something.
Okay.
Like, that is what equestrian.
Okay.
Right. So like beyond that, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So I rolled a 1, a 1, a 2, and a 4. So I can at least use the item to get one of the ones into a 2, so that I just have the 1 fumble instead of.
You are
Multiple
utterly
fumbles.
terrified about the fate of Diamond. You take 2 points, 2 levels of the scared condition, 1 from the fail, 1 from your fumble, and you are terrified as you hear the sounds of some horrible sounds coming from the inside as panic begins to overtake you.
Diamond!
And you start screaming louder and louder, and suddenly the monk's like, huh? What was that? And he starts now moving away from where the chain was into the direction of where the carriage house is. Who's going next? As all of you kind of see this go down, you see Charlotte outside, but panically trying to open up the doors to the carriage house. And now one of these monks is slowly encroaching upon where she is. Who's going next?
Jeremy, if you didn't have anything, I do.
No, you first, obviously.
Why always think? No, either way. No, she's gonna take the opportunity of having the distraction at the carriage house to continue to try and steal one of the carriages nearest her, and hope
One of the monks is
that
out of position.
Ashley will join her.
Okay, so you try to sneak over to one of the carriages.
Tell
brought
Ashley
by the
that
Abbey.
that's what I'm doing, so he knows.
Okay. I think this sounds like a stoutness test. Kind of keep your nerve and quietly move across. Like you are literally moving across open field at a certain point. Where you're just and hoping no one sees you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So stoutness. I don't have any items that I'm gonna play. That's 2 successes, no fumbles.
Okay, 2 hits, no fumbles.
Yeah.
Okay, good to go.
Yeah.
All right, so you manage to, like, you wait, you hear the sounds of, like, what was that? And he's moving towards Charlotte now. And you race over, and you slink behind one of these carriages on the far side, away from the side that's facing the estate. You're on the other side, like the darker side, where the flames of the estate aren't necessarily lit. And you're, like, hidden in this kind of shadowy area. The door that opens up on the inside, you can kind of step onto the bench where the rider kind of directs the driver, I should say, directs the horses. The horses are like, they seem very well trained, very calm in the face of all the fire, and they're just like as you move past. And so you are right by this carriage. However, there's retaliation. Okay, this is oh god, this is going to be a harass attack. This is going to target the person with the most wounds. Who's got wounds?
I've got 2 wounds.
1.
2. Okay. How is Ashley doing?
Ashley has no wounds.
How do you do that sometimes? Oh, and then other games you just shoot yourself in the face. So I guess
He's his own worst
Sometimes I
enemy.
play selfish pieces of crap who don't put themselves in
Mhm.
harm's way.
And then sometimes you just play around. Funniest death possible. Okay, so this is gonna be a harass attack against old Buford Charcuterie.
Mhm.
As you had moved forward, grabbed one of these chains and threw it, and kind of maybe you ducked down behind a statuary, and you hear the sounds of like a voice suddenly, like, "That's not going to save you either." And then the statue that you're standing behind, you see the head just suddenly shift and turn right in your face, and then an arm reaches down to grab you. Give me what did I say it was? Did I roll for the what's your
I don't know what you said it was.
it's gonna be yearning.
Okay.
To comport
What's the two?
yourself. Okay.
And
Something is in your head, and now this statuary
no.
is targeting you.
Oh, goodness.
3, 3, 4, 4. No fumbles, but no hits.
That's terrible.
I've got a cane sword to try and swipe at it. I don't know.
I don't know. You're stabbing at a statue.
Yeah,
Crazy, man.
almost more like
I don't know.
the cane to try and like push it away. I don't know, like the length of it.
Well, the cane is still one of your items. You're still not going to succeed. You're still not going to find a success because you need 2 hits. So I think you're going to fail. But it's okay. It's just harass. So you're going to take 1 point of strain
Okay.
from this. That's all it is. Because you didn't roll any fumbles. So
No, I didn't.
So it's just a 1 strain.
Okay.
But there's a voice in your head that's like kind of mocking and saying that's not going to help you. And now the statue is reaching down for you, and you kind of just go stumbling away. But the shock of you like stumbling away, you suddenly hear from the fire area the sound of a nun, like, "Hi, you there? Don't move! You stand right there, you infidel!" or something like that. And who would like to go next? Is now you are out in the open. You've been noticed by one of these nuns. It's a statue that's moving. We've got Charlotte over by the carriage house, panicking at the sounds of her horse being utterly ripped apart by another demon. And then we've got Sylvia, who's hiding behind one of the carriages. So I think Buford hasn't actually gone
No, I
yet,
haven't
and
actually
neither
gone.
has Ashley. So either of you.
Did you have something, Jeremy?
I was gonna like paper rock scissors with you. I don't know.
You go first.
Son of a bitch!
Cheater.
No, I'll go first. I was
Cheater.
gonna run. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a run for it and try and get away and duck down somewhere.
Okay, you're just gonna race off into the darkness
Yeah.
and hope for the best. Okay, so you just start running away like, and then you get up and you bolt. Okay, so give me. I mean, you could give me stoutness for this if that's your preference. Unless you wanted to do
Not my preference. 'Cause I'm bad
propriety,
at
maybe
it.
to propriety you could potentially do to try to find a place to hide. This
That's
is
kinda
an
what I was-
estate, so there's other buildings.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking propriety, just to remember what I saw coming in, maybe somewhere to go duck and hide. So I don't know how familiar
Okay.
these people are with the particular estate. I think I've been here
Your
before.
understanding of the grounds.
Yeah.
Your understanding of the grounds. Maybe you just know the grounds and like a path that might take you
Yeah.
back out to like a public area.
Okay.
Not where his wife is in the
Yeah.
carriage, just to
Yeah.
clarify.
Jeez. What's good? Some weird noises coming out of that.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. I forgot about
It's
her.
got something tied on like the door to the carriage.
There's a sock.
Right.
Oh, no. I got a 2, 2, 5, 6. And my propriety
A 2,
is
a 2,
a
a
1.
5, and a 6.
So 2 successes.
All
Okay.
right.
Two hits, and so that means 2 hits, no fumbles. You race away, and this nun is chasing after you.
Mhm.
The statue is remaining in its place, but you do hear the sounds of laughter in your head as you race away. Let me do a little confrontation roll. All right, this is going to be a kill attack.
Oh no.
This is going to target the person with the highest scared condition.
Oh, that's me.
Which is every. Oh, you
Yep.
have one?
I have 2.
She has 2.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and you need to roll. You need to roll your yearning here, as I'm gonna say something starts slamming against the other side of the wall as you're like at this door. Something like, and you start to see blood and weird like that same kind of like brimstone and fire begin to seep out from underneath the barn door and from between the seams is like from the carriage house, and it's just like smashing and slamming against you.
Diamond.
Go for it.
I rolled my singular 1. I rolled a 3, which is a miss.
You got 2. You got 2. You got 2 dice. You got 2 levels of scared, which means you should have 2 dice.
Oh yeah. Roll a 5.
Okay, so you got a 5, and what else?
The 3. So 1 hit, 1 miss. No
Yeah,
fumbles.
that's going to be a fail then.
Yeah.
Okay. No fumbles is good. But the doors fly open, and you can see, and like those of you who with eyes still in the carriage house, you see not only does the doors fly open, but Charlotte goes flying back in this explosion of smoke and fire, and you see bursting out of the door, there is some kind of horse, but it is not Diamond. It is got fire for hooves. It's got a fire for a mane, brimstone coals for eyes. And you see riding atop of it, there is like some dark cloaked man that seems to have drawn a blade of fire and is like standing down and looking at where Charlotte is. But it's also at this point that we hear the sounds of someone calling from over by where the monks and nuns are, as some kind of strange, fiery, demonic rider has just knocked open the carriage house. Okay. So I think the only person left to go this round, and by the way, you take a wound, so make sure you take that
Oh
wound there,
gosh.
is Jeremy. I think you're up.
What?
Ashley.
So he's got this little boy
There's a
riding
demonic-
his shoulders. He's like, oh, good. The doors are coming open. We're going to get on my carriage. We're going to get out of here. We're going to be fine. Oh, fuck. We're fucked. We're completely fucked. Kid, we're going to die. Oh, shit, kid. This is our fucking death. All right.
And he's like,
We're gonna die, just like Papa did.
Right. I bet you Papa never did this, did he? And he's going to use the cat of nine tails, lash up at the statue that's been making all these weird noises, and hope that he can yank it down to fall on top of this weird dark rider.
sure, we'll say they're close. We'll say it's more like, I mean, I would say like you can use the cat of nine tails to loosen it, but then you're gonna have to like shoulder it. It's gonna have to fall
Yeah.
the other way. But yeah, I think you can make it work. You hit it, and you got this little kid who's riding. He's like, ah, and like Conchetta's behind you, like, Damien, no, my boy, as you're racing towards this moving statue.
Oh, God. Well, okay. So that will turn this 3 into a 4. Then we've got a 3 and a 2, which I'm assuming this is probably a stoutness test.
I'll take stoutness. Yeah.
Okay. So at that point, I won't worry about the 3 and the 2, and I'll have 2 successes.
Okay, you got 2 hits, no fumbles or anything.
No fumbles.
Okay, so you race over, you kind of loosen the statue, which is like kind of reaching out where Charcuterie has ran off to. Doesn't see you coming. It kind of gets thrown off balance, and then you shoulder into it. And Damien is just like kind of riding along, and the statue falls over as this hell steed comes racing out, and it smashes into it, and the steed just goes stumbling off to the side. We'll say knocking the rider off of the steed, who goes stumbling down onto the ground. Yeah, we'll say that's your turn.
Here's
Okay.
your trick, kid. You always tell death, fuck off till tomorrow.
Fuck off till tomorrow.
Right.
Like, Then you hear from behind, like, Damien, what's your language? And as Conchetta is like right on your heels.
Can
All
I
right,
voluntarily
retaliation.
lower? I know I didn't roll it. I was going to voluntarily lower my status.
Sure, you could do that in this case. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so this is going to be a kill attack. This is going to target the person with the most strain. Who's got the most strain?
I've got 3.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
I've got nothing.
Okay, so it's going to target the boys. Is it targeting? Do you have 3 as well, Jeremy?
No, I'm currently at 1. I'm okay.
He keeps clearing
how do you
it
have so
because he
little?
keeps getting
Makes
a little bit and then clearing it,
Okay.
and a little bit
Yeah.
and clearing it.
Okay.
Because the last thing
All right, so this
gave
is
us
gonna-
back 2 strain, so I
Okay.
got back down to 1. And I have it.
So this is going to target. Yeah, this is going to target. This is going to target Buford. Buford, you're racing. You see like a shed, like this. That's like shed made from stone, and like it's got kind of a thatched roof. You see some. You see some lights in it, so it could be maybe like a gardener's house or something. You go racing up. You're kind of like knocking at the door and knocking at the door, and as like there's no answer, you kind of finally push it open, and you see like inside, it's just empty. There's nothing there. You don't see anyone. You just see a lantern flickering. Up on the walls, you see what looks like various paintings, like but very crude looking ones, not like the grandiose portraits. These are like things that maybe whoever lives in here does just for fun. But this pause has allowed that nun to catch up to you, and she's racing, and you see non-believer, sinner, vessel of evil, and she holds this iron cross in your direction.
Oh, no.
We're going to.
Oh no!
Oh God, propriety.
We're
Okay.
about to get a
That's
flambéed
my best.
charcuterie.
Yeah.
Go for it. As you feel suddenly fire begin to grow around you like an aura. Your skin grows in heat. Your blood begins to boil.
Yeah, it does. I think this is it for Mr. Buford.
Oh no! What'd you roll?
1133. And I have
Oh, dear.
3 strain on my last track. So 3 strain with 2
Oh
moves.
no.
Okay. Describe
Oh.
the horrific pain you're in as Buford Charcuterie gets.
I think he says,
torched.
"How dare!" as he immediately just bursts
It
out.
just spontaneous. It just burns away and burns away. All right. So, just so everyone remembers, we're in the finale. So you can always do things like ultimate sacrifice and avenge the fallen and final girl. Final girl will only come into place in case all of you die, but you've lost one. Remember that avenge the fallen is you can take a free assist, and who better to take a free assist from on a turn than Charcuterie himself? But you have to think of a memory. Okay. So there you go. All right. So what happens now? Back by the circle, the carriage circle area, as the hellhound or the hellsteed was kind of knocked sideways because of the statue. The rider over top of it fell to the ground. We can see there's Charlotte kind of pinned down from the doors, and we hear the sounds of shouting and racing towards where the hellsteed is and where this rider is. You can see a grouping of these monks, some of which are drawing these large flails and maces, and they're like charging in, and they begin to swing away, and some are like holding up some kind of scroll as if they're casting some kind of spell, as like send back to the abyss. And you can see like the flickering of the fire begin to dim the shadowy nature of the rider as they too seem to be fighting. So mechanically, what's happening is there are 2 dangers in this scene. One of those dangers, obviously, are these vengeful demonic things, and the other danger are the monks and the nuns. And so they are not just fighting you, but they are fighting each other. And so mechanically, at the end of the round, there's a little cleanup that the GM does to see just how badly they kick the shit out of each other.
Oh,
So
nice.
just that's what I'm doing right here. Okay, so you see as that figure, the rider steps up, draws this sword of fire. This man with a mace comes up and goes to swing, but then he is immediately kind of cut in half, like a It's basically like a Darth Maul moment where he's just like, and his body just goes hurling. His legs continue to run for 3 or 4 steps and then collapse to the ground. And then this rider spins around and just lunges like a backward stab into this nun who is like chanting this spell. And he just brings this fiery sword up through her. And then he turns and he calls, like, and whistles almost towards his steed, which comes charging his direction, and he begins to mount it once more. That's the end of round 1, guys. What do you guys want to do? Who's next?
Oh my gosh. So
Go ahead, Mel.
So from where Charlotte is near the carriage house, she wants to try to sort of like crawl. I put that she kind of broke her ankle because she'd already kind of twisted it earlier with the strain.
Okay.
So I'm saying that the wound is that she kind of officially broke it. Can she kind of crawl to see if are there any horses or anything inside the carriage house that are alive? Or did this thing kind of like kill everything inside before it ran out?
High or low? I'm going to do a little luck here.
High.
High or low?
High.
All right, I rolled a 4. So you crawl inside and you hear the sounds of like it looks like chaos in here. You see broken carriages, broken wheels, you see blood, you see like dead people in the ground, scorch marks and such, but you do hear the sounds of whimpering. And you see in the corner, in the far recesses, which is where the whimpering is coming from. You see in the corner there is a kind of a grimy looking man who is laying down in the corner, and he's got his arms around what looks like an older woman with gray hair, and he's like quiet, we don't know who it is, quiet. And for the audience, we would recognize Randall, of course. And perhaps we but also see Mrs. Charcuterie as the two of them are holding each other, hiding in the corner.
Yes!
And so they both seem to be alive. And because it's you asking for it, I'll say your horse is like wounded and on the ground, but is nonetheless living.
Oh, Marm, Governor, it's Mrs. Charlotte Harrison.
Just happened, Governor? And you say, oh, have you seen my husband? Have you seen Buford? Oh, goodness gracious. I was so worried. Is he with you?
Just outside, Marm. Just outside.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful. I have so many things I must talk to him about. We have grown so estranged over our later years. Oh, goodness. When one faces
get
death,
running,
you
get
just...
running, get running.
Oh, yes, of course. And you see getting up after that, like Randall's dusting out, like, she's been like that for like the past 45 minutes. She just keeps yabbering. Like one of the horses just burst into flames and she's talking about him. Anyhow, nice to meet you, Randall. Have you seen God dang it, I always forget your name. Ashley. I don't know how I forget that name. Have you seen Sir Ashley?
Round front, I believe.
He's looking around. He's like, oh, look what they did to his carriage. And you're looking over and you see the carriage of Sir Ashley is in utter shambles. Like you can see the wheels are broken, the axles are broken, but Randall, nonetheless, is alive. So you're inside of here. You hear chaos going on outside. You haven't actually taken an action yet. So what is it you want to do?
She wants, if Diamond is alive, she wants to mount her horse to ride out.
Okay. So you climb atop the horse. Meanwhile, we see Miss Charcuterie is like moving towards the door, and she's just calling out, Buford! And you just hear her leaving the door. And those of you who are outside, so this would be Sylvia and Ashley, you would be able to hear this old woman just calling out, Buford! Well, oh my goodness gracious! As the scene unfolds where the Hell's Steed and its rider are slashing through the nuns and the monks. Okay, so you climb atop of Diamond. What do you want to do?
Yes. I would say she wants to see if this place is in shambles. I'm imagining that she wants to see if there is some kind of like piece of wood or something that she can kind of come out here as if it were some kind of like polo stick to just like attack.
Okay. You want to get like a lance? Okay. Like how you say polo stick, and I think lance. So you're gonna
I'm thinking more swinging kind of a motion, but
okay.
Yeah, one of the two.
That's fine. Yeah, you get a chunk of wood. You climb on top of Diamond. Diamond like buckles a little bit, but he also at the same time the head leans back because it knows the familiar rider. And what do you do?
She wants to ride out and see if there is one of these that is putting one of our party most in danger, and see if she can go whack it with this piece of wood.
Okay, you go racing out. You see that there is, I guess you would probably be out of sight of Buford, but you definitely see, I would say Sylvia right now is actually kind of hidden and has benefited from a lot of the chaos, and she's like hiding in the shadows. But I would say that Ashley, with the kid on his back and Conchetta following, has drawn attention perhaps of some of the nuns and monks who are racing towards them, but not like in immediate distance. But you could close on them before they get to that group, that newfound family. Always managed to give Jeremy wives for some reason. Weird.
and children that like him, whether he wants to or not.
Yep.
All right. So
to be fair, he took Damien. I didn't give him.
True.
Damien.
I did. It's true.
fair. Okay, I'm rolling 2 because I'm still scared.
Yep. And don't forget, extra successes, or extra hits, I should say, can be used either by you or by somebody else to reduce your scared condition.
So my equestrian comes into play now because I am now atop a horse.
It does.
And
Absolutely does.
Can we say that she's no longer using the whip and she's using this piece of wood that she picked up as an item?
Okay, sure.
Okay. So I rolled, so this is probably stoutness, which is can we say propriety? Because that's where her equestrian lessons came from.
Okay.
It's also why I was sort of going polo, because it seems like the kind of thing that she would have learned.
Sure.
Yeah, it's okay. So that will give me the opportunity to move my 2. I rolled a 6 and a 2, so I can switch the 2 to a 3 so that I don't take a fumble. And so then I have these 6 from my die and another hit from expertise.
Okay, so you come racing out. You look around. You take stock of the situation. You see the terrible fire and melee that's happening to your right. You see Mrs. Charcuterie like moving out, like staring in horror at what's happening in front of her. You see Sylvia hiding in the shadows by one of the carriages, and then you see this small group of people that are being chased down by these nuns and monks, and you go racing forward. And as they kind of go to swing like one of their maces up, you manage to like contort Diamond in such a way, swing down, and you knock one of them on the head, and they go tumbling to the ground. And then Diamond kind of hip checks another, and they go flying into the edges, and you're good to go. But there will obviously be retaliation.
Of course.
Okay, it's gonna be a harass attack. This is going to be on the person with the highest scare condition. That's the second time I've rolled.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's on you. Okay. And you're going to have to use your propriety again, as they are now the one that you didn't do, that you didn't do anything to, is now reaching up and trying to pull you down from the horse.
Okay, so I'll still take my expertise of equestrian for that.
I think so too. Trying to keep yourself mounted with your proper training and with your equestrian.
How many successes do I need?
You need 2. Everything needs 2.
Okay, then I will. So the only success that I have is from equestrian. I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Okay.
And propriety is a 2.
Do you have any items? Are you using any items?
We can say that I had pulled the whip back out.
You could just continue hitting them with the wood.
Yeah,
I mean, you're being
wood.
attacked. I see no reason why you couldn't just use this. So that would give
what that can do is it can move the 2 to a 3 so that I don't take the additional strain. But I can't get to 2. Oh, no, I can. Yeah.
Okay, so you rolled, so your 4
2
goes into a
successes.
5. You had your other 5. You have 2 hits. 2 hits.
2 hits.
So that you succeed on the test.
Hell yes.
And you stay mounted atop Diamond, your horse. Well done. Okay. So we turn back to the rest of you now. Obviously, Buford, you're on fire, dying somewhere. That's quite terrible. Your wife is, oh, Buford. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, how I wish to be in your arms once more. Oh, just one more time.
My warm
And then
embrace.
Sylvia. And your warm embrace.
My heart burns for you. Oh. We see Ashley. You're being chased by these nuns and monks, but then interspersing to save you is Charlotte. But you still have the kid on your back. You still have the widow that's following you. And then we see Sylvia in the darkness. But then we also hear the sounds of Kinley following you. It's like, I'm coming, my sweet. I'm coming. Oh my God! As he sees the horrific melee that's happening inside, and he just kind of stares like windows from the thing. As his brain begins to melt. What would the two of you like to do? One of you has to take an action here.
I would like to go and try and pick up all of these people in the carriage, like do a drive-by.
You're gonna climb up into the carriage, and you want to try to like do a drive-by. Okay. You can climb in the carriage. It's not a problem. We've established that you made it here safely. You climb up. Do you have any expertise in
I do not
driving carriages?
I do.
Okay. I feel like since you don't really have any training for it, I think stoutness makes the most sense because it seems like it's purely going to be physical.
Yeah.
So let's give that a go.
Okay. So that is 1 success, 1 fumble, 2 whatever's.
Okay, so unfortunately that means you're going to fail. Your one hit isn't enough. You always have to get 2 hits in this finale, but you can cancel out that fumble so you don't take anything back. And maybe what happens is like you get it moving, but you don't.
Can I do Ultraset first or no?
You have to declare that on your turn before taking action. So you declared an action, but you could have. We could have if it comes around to you again. But we'll say since you took the action, you get the carriage moving, but you're unable to direct the horses to where you want to go. So now we just have a wild carriage cutting through the middle of this circle with no real direction, and you're just kind of holding on as you're flying through.
Oh no!
And now we got a little retaliation happening.
Oh no!
All right, this is going to be a kill attack. This is going to target the person with the most wounds. Who's got the most wounds?
1.
What did I just take from this?
Nothing, actually. You just clean failed. It was a clean fail. There wasn't any.
Then just 1. I thought I might have 2.
You have 1 as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is then this is going to target both you, and it's going to target Charlotte. So the ladies are getting targeted with this one. This is a kill attack. It's going to be 2 hits needed on your rolls, and you're going to be rolling. What is that? You're going to be rolling stoutness again. Okay, so we'll flavor it this way. Maybe as the carriage is racing through, you're spinning around on your horse, Charlotte, and you just kind of come into this kind of close proximity of each other. But as you look over your shoulder, Charlotte, and you see the carriage coming, you notice that the 2 horses that are leading that carriage, they have these brimstone coals for eyes as they're chasing you down, while in the carriage, looking forward and trying desperately to get the horses that you're trying to control. You look out, you see Charlotte on her horse. She wheels around, and her horse also has these burning coals staring at you. Both of you roll your stoutness tests.
Oh, Diamond.
Actually, 3 successes, 1 fumble.
3 hits.
3
1 fumble.
hits. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'm assuming you're going to cancel that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just gonna succeed.
Please.
And you're able to quickly turn to kind of get the lean on one side, and the carriage kind of veers slightly enough that you don't bowl right over the 2 of them. Okay, what about you, Charlotte?
So I'm going to claim equestrian expertise on this again.
I think so.
So that gives me 2 hits and a fumble.
2 hits and a fumble means you will take 1 wound from this.
Yep.
But you succeed.
Yep.
What do you think happens? You just kind of get clipped by the carriage as it comes past or something?
Yeah, I would say that she's got a broken ankle on one leg, and now she suddenly has like a buckled knee on the other side. So like she's just not doing particularly well with her legs.
Okay. All right. But you're still on Diamond somehow. And we turn our attention now to Ashley
I,
and his new family.
so normally I would love to make an argument for stoutness, but I think in this case I'm going to try an angle for propriety. Because
Okay.
he is wearing
What are you
like
doing?
very like gaudy, very showy clothes. He's kind of running through a flaming battlefield with demonic things. And he's going to be showing
Mhm.
the faith of the righteous will protect the innocent. Dodge, spin, weave out of the way of some flames, maybe twirly whirly dancing.
Dance?
Putting on a play. Trying to
Okay.
gather good response from these righteous nuns and monks that he is saving this poor child.
Okay. You are running through the middle of what now has turned into a battlefield. There
Yeah.
are nuns and monks that are fighting a hell steed and its rider.
Mhm.
There's also a runaway carriage,
Mhm.
and there's fire and craziness is going down.
Mhm.
And you have a tiny little boy on your back,
Mhm.
and his mom chasing after you.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh gosh, I feel like this should be an increased difficulty, right?
That's
like
fair.
it feels
I
like this should
don't
be more
disagree.
difficulty.
I get it.
Okay, so I think 3 hits to get it done, though.
Shit. Okay.
So tap into everything. Tap into your
Yeah, I mean,
dancing. Tap into your.
Can I
I'm
assist
tapping into
with
dancing.
this?
I'm tasting my outfit.
Yes, if you would like to take
Yeah.
some strain to assist,
I'll
absolutely.
take a strain to say, like, as I'm maneuvering Diamond, I'm helping kind of run interference with this.
Is
The other
there
thing we've
against
forgotten
the
about-
fallen?
I was just about to say that. Don't forget, before you take that strain,
Oh.
you can always think back to something maybe Buford Charcuterie told you, a little nugget of information about the Woodbury monks that you might be able to shout out as you're running, because he was a man who
Oh.
had interesting clients in the past. And so
That's
you get a
true.
free assist without anyone taking strain.
Okay, that sounds so good. Maybe that's how he knows what to say, like what
Sure.
will call out to them. Like that's why he's saying like the to protect the innocent, the courage of the righteous. Something about what he's saying. He's like, I remember them saying something. Was courage of the righteous, defend the
Okay.
innocent. Fuck shit.
Just say the whole
spin,
Team Rocket
twirly whirl.
Okay, all right. Definitely the fuck shit is going to be really good for those nuns.
Yes.
They're going to love that.
I'm very classy. Estimate, believe it.
Okay. All right, go for it.
Fucking Joe.
Even in death.
Wow.
Normally my stat is a 2, and I have a 2 here. You know what I'd love to do? Like take my gaudy clothing, turn that to a 3, and then take
All
my
right.
4, 4, 5, 6, and have
Wow.
4
Oh
successes.
my god.
Joe,
Holy crap.
Hell
Okay,
You're the
so
fucking
yes.
king.
4 hits.
Even in
4
death.
hits.
okay. So you can use 2 of
Save
your
the
hits
child.
to succeed. You have 2 more hits. You could advance the threshold with them. You could also call out to Charlotte to try to shake her out of her fright and her panic. If you wanted to help her, I'm not sure if that's something you want to do, but those are some options in front of you.
Or you can throw it all at the thing. You can throw it all
I'd
at
probably
the thing.
throw it
too.
all at the thing. It's nothing against Charlotte. She
Okay.
seems lovely. I'm just a terrible
Okay.
person.
Okay, but you're saving this family. So
I am
yes, you're
saving
racing
the
through.
family.
The monks were coming and they were kind of turning to you, but then you start shouting out like this basic scripture and they don't really see the kid amidst all the smoke and the flame. And Conchetta is like racing behind. Her hair has now started to fall. You can see soot and stains on her gown, but she's racing. She's got like her hand grabbed onto the tails of your coat as you're racing through. And they look like they're first about to say something to you, about to stop you, one of them almost holds up one of their crosses, but then they turn their attention instead to the Hell Steed and to the fact that one of their carriages is panically driving around the carriage is going to get somebody killed, and so they let you run past. Okay, and so now you are like racing past them to the opposite side now of the circle, to where the exit path that works its way away from the estate. This is like where you eventually, when we started our scenario, you were weaving your way up in your carriages. Now you're racing down. Okay. But there, of course, needs to be retaliation. So this is going to be a kill attack. This is going to target the person who acted most recently. So that's still going to be against you. Okay. And you're going to have to use your stoutness, as I think what will probably happen is you hear the sounds of like wings. First, you hear the sounds of like a scream. It's like, "Yeah!" And you look over to the stairs to the estate. You catch one brief sight, and you see the body of poor Petunia.
Oh,
Daisy,
fucking Daisy.
Rose,
Shit.
Violet. You see, much like the other friend turned into this horrific monstrosity, this one does the same thing and lifts up into the air. And despite the fact that you're running, it's going to swoop down at you while you still have Damien on the back. Okay, so stoutness.
Right. I'm dipping, weaving, I'm all twirly-whirly, spinning around. I'm a hard target to find, dancing even on this battlefield.
Okay, you could take it. Yes. Okay.
Oh, God. At least it's stoutness. Thank God it's stoutness, because that 2 doesn't hurt me. So I have a 2, a 3, and a 4. None of those do any good for me. I have a 5, but dancing gets me a second success.
Okay. This thing swoops down. You're able to duck at the last second. You hear the sounds of Conchetta screaming, and you look over your shoulder and you see she has been lifted off of the ground. And now this demonic winged creature is flying off with Conchetta McIntyre, the hostess for the evening, while Damien is on your back, and you hear him just yell, "Ah, mommy!" And
Oh no!
that's the end of your turn.
Nothing we can do.
Darn it.
Totally unavoidable and inescapable doom. Sorry, child.
Okay. Charlotte is gone. Charlotte is gone. And Ashley's gone. Have you gone this turn, Sylvia? Yes, you have.
I have.
Yeah. So all three of you have gone.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So let me do my recovery at the end. Okay. All right. So you all, you watch as you look over your shoulder as this creature is flying away, and you see it's getting higher and higher up into the sky, and then you see its wings just burst into flame, and then you watch as this one monk is like kneeling down with this large, heavy crossbow firing up, and flink, and you see this bolt fly up into the air, and it hits this winged demon right in the chest, and the demon goes and lets go of Conchetta, who goes falling, and then swoosh, somewhere on the ground, and then the winged creature kind of limply flies away. Which one of you would like to go next?
Can I keep going? And can I call out using Avenge the Fallen and Ultimate Sacrifice if I fail it at a time?
No, you can't do both those things. If you do
Okay.
Ultimate Sacrifice, you are sacrificing yourself, and that's it. There's no roll.
Okay.
Avenge the Fallen is only if you're doing a roll and you want a free assist
Thank
from
you.
someone who has already died.
Thank you. Yeah, no, let me try the assist. Let's see.
Okay, so you're trying to just race off into the darkness. Like, there's a handful of other people that are alive. You hear Miss Charcuterie is calling out. Randy is like trying to race after.
No, I
it looks
was
like,
trying to get the kid and Ashley with
the kid's on his back.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
two
Okay, you're
of
racing it.
them.
So you want to turn around?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you try to turn. It's like driving a really big Pinto. You try to turn around, and you're trying to go back the other way and catch up with where they're at. So stoutness, I think, to try to pilot this carriage over in their direction.
Okay. Holy shit, Joe. I got 5 successes on 5 dice.
You got
5 hits.
5 hits,
5 hits.
on 5 dice.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. So 2 will succeed, obviously. And then you've got 3 more. So those 3 more could do a couple different things. You can use them to continue to try to advance the threshold. You could use them perhaps as you look over and you see the panicked form of Charlotte on her horse in the midst of this chaos. You could potentially try to shock her out of that panic and get her to follow you. What would you like to do? You have 3 to spend, however you like.
I'm gonna try and get Charlotte out of her scared.
Okay, so you can spend 2 to do that. And that still leaves you 1 where you could still use that to advance the threshold. a little bit as
That's
well.
what I'd like to do, please.
So you're racing through, you're turning, you call back to Charlotte. You see her trying to get her horse Diamond as she's being grabbed and reached and attacked by some of these nuns and monks. Now that you blink and you look again, you see her horse no longer has the coals for eyes. And Charlotte, as you hear off in the distance, like you can see racing across the middle of this circle, you can see Sylvia at the reins, catching up now. But I have to do a retaliation. Killing everybody. It's great. This is going to be a harass. This is going to target the person with the highest scared again, but no one's scared now, so it targets all three of you.
Everybody.
Yeah. It's going to be yearning, in fact. As I'll say, like that limping, that one, the demon trying to fly away once more, lets out that crazy scream again, and you hear the sounds of like all the monks and the nuns like dropping their weapons to the ground. One of them, as the advantage is taken when their weapons fall, as the steed and the rider kind of hack through them. But all of you also hear. So give me a yearning test to try to keep your composure here.
Well,
it's just harass. So it's just strength.
oh.
All right, how'd you do, Ashley? Since it looks like you're done.
Well, I took 3, so that's going to be a wound.
Okay. So maybe it's like a bad memory, or maybe like an eardrum burst or something like that. Either one of those could make sense in this case. Like a mental scar or a physical scar to your ear.
Well, it's the same thing that killed Beatrice earlier, so it's kind of like the whole like reliving the trauma sort of thing.
Sure, and you just saw Conchetta fall. So that's twice now. Somebody you knew, like this kid's mom, just fell. Okay. How did you do, Charlotte?
So how many success? Like I have my expertise with my equestrian, and
too.
everything else was a miss.
I don't think your expertise. Actually, no. Since you're on board on the back of it, I think it would make sense. So that's going to be a fail. So you're going to take a point of strain as you're like in this state of like your ears begin to bleed. And then what about you, Sylvia?
1 hit, 1 fumble that cancel each other out. So, yeah.
Okay, so you also will take 1 strain just from the sounds of the screech that is bleeding into your ears. And then it comes to you all. So that was, I think, who went first was Sylvia, correct?
I did.
And so that means we've still got left to go. Is Charlotte and Ashley.
I would say that-
Actually, the carriage is right next to you, eh? Like this, that's right there. Not my turn. Was to pull up next to you guys.
I'm going to say that Charlotte will try to pick up Damien's mom. Like we didn't think she necessarily died, do we?
She took a big fall. You don't know for sure, but yeah, she took a big fall.
I think she would. Charlotte would try to pick her up. And yeah.
You reach over, you pick up the woman. She's unconscious at least, but you grab her, throw her over in front of you, and you just flop her down. And then you try to like catch up to where the carriage is. So this just sounds like you're just trying to move throughout this like crazy inflamed battlefield while monks and nuns and hellfire and creatures. So go ahead and give me a propriety, because that's what you've been using.
Okay. Okay. So I've got 1 fumble and 2 misses and 2 hits.
Okay, so if that's the case, you can take a point of strain, maybe just the lifting up of the body.
Yeah.
And then you have the success as well. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're able to grab her, throw her onto the back of Diamond, but you can feel, since Diamond was a little injured, like there's a little bit of a sluggishness now as you try to gallop into the direction of the exit of this estate.
And I'm just going to call this now. I probably should have done an ultimate sacrifice given my current position. So we'll see if I survive this action.
Kill attack.
Oh,
The person who acted most recently.
yeah, man. Shoulda, woulda, shoulda.
It is propriety, though. It is propriety.
Okay. So my
So maybe we'll say like You look over your shoulder, and as you are like galloping and moving slowly, because there's two bodies now on the back of the horse, and the horse is already hurt. You hear the sounds of gallops, and you look over and you look behind you, and you see the hell steed, its rider on top of it now. The bodies of monks and nuns just scattered around, and it is chasing after you. Its blade held high, and it's trying to catch up and slay you.
So, question: can I do an ultimate sacrifice by, like, I've got because it's a reaction. It's not my turn.
It's not your turn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's
Okay,
a reaction.
Okay. I know what I
You had your chance.
Yeah, I know what I will do to flavor my death, my inevitable upcoming death.
Just roll well and you're fine. You got all your dice back.
So
it's propriety, so
I am going to use my riding crop to spur Diamond on.
Okay, spur.
Quickly,
that makes sense.
With my equestrian.
Animal cruelty. Got
it. All right. A 3, a 3, a 4, and a 6. So the 4 becomes a 5. So then that means that I have 3 hits and 2 misses.
Okay. So look what you were complaining about. Okay. So that's the case. You're putting to advance, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay. And so you crop, and they slash out, but you're able to somehow outpace it. Like the connection you have with Diamond, Diamond feels like the urgency, and it's unable to get to you before it's intercepted by what looks like one of the, like that crossbow guy kind of turns his attentions and fires one, and instead it hits the side of the steed, and he kind of goes tumbling and turns his attention now to the nuns and such, as opposed to you. We turn our attention to Ashley. I think Ashley are the last to go this round. So,
you got this.
There's still like our winged demon thing up in the air, potentially harassing us.
Like a bolt in its side. It's definitely wounded. You see the carriage next to you. You see now coming up Charlotte. You don't see Randy anymore. You've lost sight of him. You don't know if he's still alive. You don't.
Behind us.
The rider coming is Charlotte. You can see Charlotte.
I thought there was the demon rider. I'm sorry.
The demon rider kind of got distracted. That was how he kind of flavored her succeeding. But yeah, you don't see Randy. You don't see Mrs. Charcuterie. But you do see the body of Conchetta on the back of Diamond. So you do see Damien's mom on Charlotte's horse chasing after you. So it's just a question of what you'd like to do.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Right. So
Sylvia is yelling for you to throw the child in if that makes your decision and all clear.
Alright, fine. Fuck. And he will. He'll chuck the kid up there and then scream at the winged creature.
Okay, so you shove the kid inside the carriage, and then you turn and you just shout at the winged creature. You're trying to like intimidate it, or trying to what are you doing with the shout?
Come on, Petunia, you old cunt! Get the fuck down here! One last dance.
Okay. Roll a yearning test.
Shit. I mean, 2 6s and 2 2s. So that's going to be. I will take the 2 strain and keep the 2 success.
Okay.
The 1 success.
You take the 2 strain. You're able to get Damien into the back of the carriage, despite the fact that it's moving, and then the carriage continues forward. You turn around. You see the horse galloping with Charlotte on the back. You shout down at this winged creature. It comes swooping down in your direction, and it will retaliate.
I've made it.
Did you actually take a wound with that one? Finally.
No, I took a wound previously.
Oh, okay. I was
Kill
gonna
attack.
say
Against the person who acted most recently. This could be it.
Oh
this
gosh,
could be it.
Ashley.
Okay. This is going to be yearning again.
Now, I did ask it for one last dance. Could I use my dancing expertise?
I think you've been using dance as a way to dodge, and I do that all the time with my rhythm dancing on Tuesday nights, so it'd be wrong of me not to allow it.
Okay. And it does have the wing, so I'll try and maybe try to cat a 9-tails into the wing to mess up its attack.
I like it.
I mean, that's not the worst.
Okay.
Okay. So I've got 2 5s. got a 3. I'd like to turn that 3 into a 4. Then I've got a 1.
Okay. All right. Take some strain. Or actually, no, you take a wound. What am I talking about? That was a kill
take
attack.
a wound.
So, okay. So you succeed with your 2 5s. Okay. But you do take a wound as it races down. It rakes through you, but you're able to, with the cat of nine tails, wrap the wing and you kind of pull it down. And as you pull it down, like its body gets contorted and like its leg gets caught up in the rear axle of the carriage. And you just see it just go, just suddenly get like pulled underneath the carriage and this big thump. And so in the carriage itself, you, Sylvia, and Damien just get this crazy bump. But nonetheless, it has been torn up. Okay, that's the end of the round. As you guys are really close, so this could actually work right here, and it does. Okay. When you take stock, you all are on the kind of the eastern side. You're right near the pathway that leads out. You are no longer behind the blockade of this group of monks and nuns from Woodbury Abbey. You still hear the sounds of terror and fighting behind you. You see the estate half aflame. The winged creature has just been run over, and as far as you can tell, it might be dead. Conchetta's crumpled body is on your back. The three of you, in Damien, in Conchetta, if she does in fact live, have a clear path out. Do you all take it?
Yes. Absolutely.
You guys race away.
Kid in her custody.
Yep.
You race away and away and away until all you can see now, when you look over your shoulder, is just the dull glow of the fire from the estate at Dunswift. You no longer hear the sounds of people screaming. The Hellseed does not follow you. The monks and nuns do not follow you. You're in one of their carriages. You have its various sigils emblazoned on the side. But you continue ride and ride and ride away, having escaped this crazy melee outside of the ball. And that's where we're going to end, is you made it away. You got away.
Yay. Some of us made it away. Not all of us made it away.
Not everyone.
I just want...
It's like it's too sad. So your first character died, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, not all of us made it out. Some of us should be mourned. I love the twist
post-credit scene.
that they were actually here to help. Like, oh, they actually were here to help.
As you guys are maybe back at Ashley's estate, wherever it is you all, and like we just see like the body of Conchetta. She is alive, we'll say, but she is badly hurt and will likely be infirm for much of her life. She just fell like essentially 2 stories from the sky, so she's going to be taking quite some time to recover. But you do notice that tattooed across her here and there, and these hidden sections, these hidden portions that would have normally been underneath some of the clothing, you see some of those sigils, those little markings like you saw on the door. And you also see that on Damien himself, in the very places where that makeup that you had seen previous in the first episode had been covering it. As if somebody had put into them the various sigils that warded and protected from some sort of demonic function, as if somebody was looking out for them. Who? I don't know.
So
we'll
cool.
Find out next time. All right. Anyhow, we're done. Cool. That was a long one. All right.
We did it.
There you go. That's ball season. Two dead, many hurt, little boy forever scarred, but that's okay.
He came
He'll grow up tougher
to this with some concerns.
Yeah, it's a back. All right, let's do a couple plugs and we'll get on out of here. My Trey, where can we find you on the internet?
I am Multiplexing Games on YouTube, where I make system agnostic or multi-system developed content that renders CGO and play experience.
Phenomenal. Joe, what's going on over on DOK?
What is going on? I think this Wednesday they're doing Savage Rifts, maybe still. I'm not in that game, but I think that's what they're doing on Wednesdays. And then Friday, we will be finishing up the 2-shot I'm running, where they are playing. We're doing modded Into the Odd, and I'm running everyone through a 2-shot where they were recruited by the god of Halloween to kill all the other holidays. So far they've killed Valentine's Day and Easter. and they were just ambushed by Thanksgiving on their way to kill Christmas.
Oh dear.
So,
Wow. That's very proactive of Thanksgiving.
yes.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
funny.
That's awesome. I love that premise. Okay, as for us, let's talk first about old Huckleberry RPG. It's a Weird West RPG. Our dear friend Steven has made it. It is up on BackerKit. You can go back it. You can get your own shiny, awesome copy and all sorts of other little gadgets and gizmos, a war bag, some dice, some cards, wonderful things. You should go back it now and help push some stretch goals so that some new cool things can get opened up, additional bounties, and some VTT support through Alchemy. So go back now. It's awesome. In terms of our streaming schedule, we're up tomorrow night with we're on tomorrow night with Hardwired Island, our cyberpunk millennial adventure. Thursday, I think we're back to Legend of the Mist this week. I think Long is finally back, so we can get back to that. That's our fantasy, our rustic fantasy. Friday this week is nothing because it's Halloween, so we won't be doing anything that night. And then Saturday, we're playing Huckleberry. We got another episode of Veils and Vengeance going on, so come watch that. And that's for next Monday. I don't know. That's it for us. We'll see y'all later. I'm going to raid somebody. Bye-bye.